Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. How's it going? Where are we? There we are. How are you? How are you? Boy, up here in the nick of time. I was kind of running late. But I'm here now. Raw is about to start. We are 5 o'clock on the dot, or the top of the hour. Depending on where you live. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. All right, looking good over here. A few people are rolling in. All right, I just now took a look at the Raw preview. I see McIntyre and Rollins and Dolph and Dean, and Rousey promo responding to last week, and some teasing of the Brothers of Destruction. The McIntyre and Rollins match is a World Cup qualifying match, which I guess that means, as of right now, the show is on for Crown Jewel. So that's what we're looking at tonight on Raw. And I don't know if my stream is a little bit behind you. I'm finishing up Modern Family here. Let me go into the chat and say hi to everybody who's here. Hi, 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 hi. Yep, Luna, I brought her back just for you. Just for you. I did Ungovernable. I did hear about it. I saw the clip of Austin Aries leaving, and I even put up on Twitter that even though I'm completely illiterate with the whole situation, don't know what's going on there, didn't even see Bound for Glory, only saw the clip, my wrestling fan instinct screams work. But again, I could be wrong. I don't know anything about it. But to me, I couldn't imagine a pro like Aries doing that, you know? But even if he is pissed at management, I just can't see him doing that. I think it's a work. At the very least, it's a work shoot. You know, that's my take on it, my guess, but I am no expert. Go check out what other people are saying who watch a lot of TNA. Might want to take their word for it over mine. Here comes the Pack. Strowman's leading out the tag champs. Don't know if this is just a promo or a match. Don't know what we got going on here. Yeah, I saw that DX could be in the house. They had him previewed on the Raw or on WWE.com. So is this just a promo? Have I been asleep for like 10 years? Do they always do that? Does the ring announcer announce people when they're coming out just to cut a promo? Like they're having a match? That's weird. I didn't see Renee's outfit. Where is she? Are they going to cut to the announce team? There they are. Nice pants, Renee. You got Mick Foley on the bottom, Bret Hart on the top. There's a woman after my heart. Look out, Dean. I'm going to take her from you. Look out, boy. Thank you for the super chat. Bruma Cayenne Productions. So you're going to be 20 on Wednesday. Nice. Happy birthday. 20 is a big deal. Your teens are over. Time to be an adult. Well, you still got some time to be a kid. You're not even old enough to drink yet. But next 5 years, dude. Life comes. Good luck, man. Damn, I wish I'm doing a stream tomorrow night. I'm going to be up here for SmackDown 1000, so if you're in the house tomorrow, I'll definitely shout you out for an early happy birthday, but thank you for the super chat, as always. Mike Games, does he? Well, you know, I'd take Solomonster's word for it. He was there. I think he did the Hall of Fame, and he was at Bound for Glory, so he knows a lot more about it than I do, because I don't even watch TNA, and I'm not aware of the situation. But if he thinks it's a shoot, it might be. I don't know, just my instinct just tells me, I don't know. The real question that matters is Lashley staying heel. He is. I think that was a heel turn. Down nice, that's a fabulous idea. I mean, not even with Crown Jewel, but just any show. You know, if you're giving Australia and all these countries just random big events, do one at Wembley. You know? Little throwback. They haven't been there since the SummerSlam show, right? They've only been there once. I think that would be fun. Are we getting a promo? I'm barely paying attention here. I'm not buying, speaking of fucking works, I'm not buying this shit either with Dean all mad. last week, I mean, people in the chat and stuff were like, wow, they're finally breaking up. I'm like, they're just teasing shit here. And don't forget, they just released new Shield merchandise. Don't forget that. I really don't think WWE is going to turn a group that quick. They were at least going to try to pump out some dollars out of those t-shirts for a couple of weeks or maybe even a couple months. I still think we're a ways off from the split. I mean, they're going to split, don't get me wrong, but it ain't happening tonight. I don't even think it's happening in 2018. I think it's going to go down next year or something. St. Francis, I won't believe Triple H's excuse for why they won't hold an event at Wembley. I think I know the excuse, because what's he going to tell his kids if his kids Google Wembley Stadium one day and they see that Wembley was in porno movies and stuff? So, yeah, can't go back there. Catherine, what's up? Yeah, we're all ready for a predictable Raw. McIntyre's speaking right now. What's he talking about? So they're still stirring up the dissension angle here, I guess, right? See, it wouldn't make... The funny thing is, could you imagine, like, the heel faction coming out saying, we have turned Dean Ambrose, we have changed his mind, he doesn't want to be in the Shield. And then later on, that's exactly what Dean does? Hell no. Dean's unpredictable, remember? One night in Wembley. Man, there's been some guys that I've been thinking about like that, Ratnick, like Shawn Michaels and another guy, Brock Lesnar. Because if Brock Lesnar doesn't want to go, he's not going to fucking go. So he must not care. He must be like, yeah, I want the fucking money. But I really wish somebody of Brock's level would say, you know what, I'm not going. I fucking refuse to go. And then they got to change the whole card. You know, really putting him in a tight spot. It's got to be somebody like that. Otherwise, if fucking somebody else says they're not going, they're like, who cares? History guy, thanks for the super chat. Those are the two most random fucking things ever. No problem whatsoever with OTRS Central. Why would I? Kanye can eat my dick. I think it's not even fun to laugh at Kanye West anymore. There is something legitimately wrong with him. Like, it's not even, like, funny. He's got fucking a bowl of liquid shit for a brain. Don't like him. Hey, shout out to the fan. Unless I saw that wrong. I swear there's a fan maybe 10 or 15 rows back with a Nasty Boys t-shirt on. You don't see those. You don't see many Nasty Boys t-shirts. Where is he? Maybe I didn't see him. I thought I did. Anyway, if that fan exists, you earn cool points from me. No, I love, see, it's all just a setup. They're just fucking with him. I think Dean walked away last week on purpose to make the pack think that he's turning. You got Roman and Seth coming out by themselves. Oh, where's Dean? $100 as Dean runs in from the crowd and attacks all three of them with a fucking lead pipe. The Shield ain't breaking up.
Gentlemen, I got some bad news for you. The Shield, we're not shattered. We're not broken. The Shield is alive and well. But we're back there listening to you guys yap on and on and on about who the best in the world.
Damn, that's awesome. Last name is Nasty? That's the best.
I got news for you, Drew. News for you, Dolph. Drew, when I beat you tonight in our qualifying match, I'm going to prove to you what the rest of the world already knows. Seth Rollins is the best in the world. Oh, what a great speech, ladies and gentlemen. 2/3 of the Shield.
Two-thirds of the Shield.
Where's your brother Dean Ambrose? I know you two egomaniacs don't really care where he is, and he shoves
Well, I've got Raw on the other TV too. Shit, I meant to put the game on. I lost again in fantasy, by the way. I am now 2-4, but I have the second most points in the whole fucking league. I'm never playing fantasy football again. This is my retirement season. I fucking hate it. But I do want to watch this game. What the fuck is it? Man, look at Seth and Roman with those belts. They look like a couple of, like, two dudes with attitudes. Actually, Dolph and Drew will look more like that. Back of the line. Yeah, another thing I'm curious tonight is how much they're going to really be promoting and plugging Crown Jewel. I mean, they have to. They're not even talking about Evolution, hardly at all. Yeah, tight spot WWE is in. I'm glad I'm not in it. I just get to sit on YouTube and watch it. Yeah, tonight I'm going to lose. I'm up by 1 point, and he's got defense and tight end running back going tonight. So I have lost. Unless somebody shoots the running back and the defense gets negative points. So that match is going to kick off Raw. I'm fine with that. Well, so much for my idea of only legends being in the World Cup, because now you got one of these two guys is going to go in unless you do a non-finish here. You know, to me, I think a McIntyre-Seth IC title feud could be happening, because I mentioned the possibility of maybe McIntyre could be a candidate to win the Royal Rumble, but if WWE already has title plans for both belts in the back of their mind and Drew's not in them, he's got to do something else. So he might wind up being the guy that takes the IC belt off of Seth and has a little run with it. I'm fine with that. IC run first, maybe world title run by next year, SummerSlam or something like that. But maybe it's not in the cards for him this year at the Royal Rumble or Mania. Might be D-Bry. Oh, I love John Oliver. I didn't see that, Catherine. I'll look that up later. He's the fucking best. See, I don't know anything about video games, but I love that commercial with Rousey coming through the Piper's Pit. That's the best. It's the fucking best. I don't know at this point, history guy, who I see main eventing Mania, but I did suggest something pretty crazy in my last episode. You know how people are always asked, like, do you think a female match could ever main event a WrestleMania? I've always said no. You know, I was like, well, maybe one day they'll get there. One day, two women will headline WrestleMania. The best chance WWE has ever had to make that happen is probably right now, if they have Rousey hold the title until Mania, and Charlotte challenges her. Maybe Charlotte wins the Rumble, allowing her to challenge whoever she wants. She goes to Raw. Just saying, you know, they might not do it. They probably won't do it. But if you're trying to think of a scenario where, okay, what possible scenario could you have to where two women would main event? You don't really think anybody there. What is some fucking Alexa Bliss and Mickie James going to main event? Fuck no. It's got to be a match that, like, people are saying, I want to see that, you know. And Rousey and Charlotte is the only really match you have. So Charlotte, I don't know, maybe she beats Becky. I mentioned that scenario too. If she beats Becky at Evolution and goes on a long run, Charlotte goes on a long run, SmackDown goes to Fox, the brand split dissipates, you got to unify the titles, Rousey, Charlotte, unification match, main event, WrestleMania 35. I would not be against it. Still don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, if WWE is really, truly believing in their heads that one day women will main event to WrestleMania, you're probably not going to get a better chance or better opportunity than this one. Unless you do Nikki and Brie Bella in an Inferno match. That's probably the only other way that you can achieve that. What do y'all think? Well, hell, you could do Rousey and Brock at WrestleMania. Why not? All right, we got Seth and Drew is kicking off. Winner gets into the World Cup. So far, we got Angle, Cena, Orton, and somebody else. And then tomorrow night, Mysterio's facing Shinsuke to get in. I expect Ray to win, just based on the field so far. Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy's the other guy. But considering that Shinsuke has a belt, I'd just rather see Ray in it. I mean, almost the same thing here. I'd almost rather see Drew go in here than Seth. Although putting Seth in there, that's some interesting match possibilities. If Seth gets it, if Seth gets in and then Mysterio gets in, you could do Seth and Ray. You could do Seth and Jeff Hardy. You could do Seth and Kurt Angle. You got some options there. Yeah, Bubbanator, I believe you're right. The show starts for me at 9 a.m. on in California on that Friday. Wouldn't be upset if they relocated it here to the States. I ain't gonna lie. James Rosano, you're goddamn right I am, man. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Wow, James Rosano thinks I'm sexy twice. Nice. I appreciate that. James can have me. Whatever you want, James. You're awesome. I wasn't aware. Bailey's injured too. Cracked jaw. God damn. Ouch. Bailey's hurt. Sasha's hurt. Alexa Bliss is hurt. Damn. Bottles in the background. Oh, behind me in my kitchen, that's wine. I actually have a wine cabinet or a wine refrigerator over here, but it's full. Those are my backup bottles. Stop yelling at me, Michael Cole. God damn. Jesus Christ.
Rollins mentioned it in a tweet about McIntyre since his return. Drew has been everything he said he would be. One thing to call your shots is another entirely to back it up on the regular. That's what Drew McIntyre's done. Every big claim he's made, he has lived up to. Yeah, Nick, name my hairstylist. Go to your local Ace Hardware. Get yourself a blowtorch. Done. Yeah, Don, we might actually have that scenario here because I really don't know what else is really booked for the show that could be potentially really great wrestling other than Dean and Dolph possibly. But yeah, this match could be the best one. See, part of me thinks that Drew, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter, but part of me thinks McIntyre should advance here because Seth, he doesn't even necessarily have to have a match at Crown Jewel. He could defend the Intercontinental title. What is Drew doing going under the ring? Hey, get out from under there, Titus. But Seth might need to be getting involved in the triple threat or something like that, do some Shield shit at Crown Jewel. Oh, that was it. See, that was innovative. I want to say McIntyre grabbed his arm and pulled him right into the metal apron. I gotta admit, I've never seen that before. Maybe in the indies we've seen it. Yeah, Scott, it would be interesting. I mean, part of me would be fine with that scenario, but at the same time, I don't know if I want some of those matches at Survivor Series. I mean, I guess it would be better. I'd get to see Shawn's return to the ring, which would be insane.
considering how many shows I've missed over the last 12 years to happen to land on this one. Nice little feather in my show cap, because I've been to some awesome shows back in the day, but I haven't been to a show in a long time. When is Survivor Series? Are we really a month away? I think it's the 18th. What the fuck is... Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess we are. Oh, damn. I got a lot of videos to finish, too. I am under the gun. God damn. Oh, yeah, I still have to... we were going to take a train up to L.A., but then... I think one of us was like, what the fuck are we going to do with our luggage? Like, when we're leaving the day of the show and shit. Can't carry that shit into the arena, so I'm like, yeah, let's get a car. My car's 11 years old and it's paid off. We are not driving my car. I want something nice. Touchdown, 49ers. Yeah, you guys are ahead of my my ESPN stream too, because 49ers look like they're on the goal line here with me. They're about to score, I'm guessing. And he's in. Hey, Callum, I do that all the time, man. I cook food when I'm like watching YouTube. Like, my kitchen's right behind me, so a lot of times I'll be whipping up a fucking masterpiece and I'll have something going on here. I did a complete overhaul of my fucking workstation yesterday. It felt so good to do that. It took me hours, but I unhooked everything, took every piece of equipment, monitor, speakers, computer towers, everything out of here, moved the whole desk out of here, vacuumed, cleaned up, shampooed the rug, cleaned off all the dust and crap off everything, and then slowly rewired everything back. You know, and organized my wires with twist ties. I was so fucking meticulous. Because I've got all these old video game consoles that I wanted to start using, so I bought a bunch of HDMI converters so I can hook them up to like a flat screen TV, because the CRT TV that I have is like a 32-inch fucking monster, and I don't have room for it in this little area. But those converters that I used suck, and it made the picture look like crap, so I went on Craigslist, found a smaller CRT TV, 20 inches, it sits right here on my desk now, and I have now re-hooked up all of my old consoles to that, along with a VCR and a DVD player, or I'm sorry, a DVD recorder, that really act as switchers for the consoles. And now I am fully equipped to actually record some footage if I want, if I ever want to play a game like on YouTube. So we'll see. I've been talking about that at least for a year now, so it'd be nice to finally do that. But yeah, I was busy last night, kind of redoing everything. So yeah. I highly recommend doing that if you have a really cluttered workstation, because it was so dirty back here. It's probably not good. It's easy to start a fire that way. Alright, we are back from commercial. Seth and Drew. Winner gets into the Crown Jewel World Cup. Well, so far it seems like WWE's moving on with plans as if nothing's wrong. I almost thought, I mean, part of me thought for a minute that they might potentially mention something on TV. I mean, I don't know what they would really say, but I'm sure they're desperate for people to not be mad at them for keeping the show on. Ooh, he took a... no, Mike, I don't have a ColecoVision, but I had one as a kid. I think my grandparents had it. Because I remember playing one. But I had an Atari 2600. Yeah, right up here set up, I got an Atari 2600, original NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, and then a couple of, I got the NES Mini, and I've got an Atari Flashback, and that's it. No 64, no Xboxes, no PlayStations, no Wiis, nothing like that. Just the old school stuff. And they're all hooked up. It's really cool. I was happy I finally did that last night. Remember the Yokozuna commercial when he was Santa? Yeah, vaguely. 94, 95, maybe? I remember. I mean, it all just depends on how bad the pressure is. And that was the biggest comment that I got on my Crown Jewel video. By the way, if you haven't seen that, my opinions on this fucking nonsense is up in the top right there. But a lot of the comments, when you read them, it's like, WWE's never going to cancel the show. All they care about is money. And I know everybody really wants to believe that, but trust me, if there's enough pressure from the right people, they will pull out. They will. So I don't think it's just quite as simple as, oh, all they care about is money. I'm like, they do. Don't get me wrong. They care about money. But if the backlash is too much, I think it's possible they care about their image as much as they care about money. Maybe even more so. So they're not going to go through with it if the proper pressure is applied. It's just a matter of, you know, if it's just the fans, they don't care. If it's sponsors, if it's Congress, you know, if it's the president, if it's something like that, they're going to pull out. Trust me. So looks like right now they're not too concerned about it because they're plugging away. Crown Jewel, World Cup, all this shit. How old is Drew now? He's got to be mid to late 30s, right? Man, for Seth to do that double superplex to a... He just reversed that. I mean, if he would have rolled through that and suplexed that big bastard a second time... But wouldn't McIntyre have to sort of sell that a little bit? Oh, the fucking lower back. Ouch. That's all? Wow. Because I saw on WWE or their Twitter page, he debuted in WWE 11 years ago. So he was 19 or 20? Holy shit. He's young, man. He's got his fucking career ahead of him if he's only 32. Sweet. God, you got 10 more years of this guy if he's only 32. That's fabulous. Put the fucking belt on him. Seth taking out both these bastards. He's out there by himself, no Ambrose. Oh. I get $100. What, is Ambrose coming out? There he is. Except I said he was going to run through the crowd. Oh, maybe he still is. Ha! He still is gonna... I was just about to complain. I'm like, do they have to play his fucking music? That drives me crazy. I miss run-ins with... Oh, curb stomp on the floor. Yeah, I'm not a fan of theme music during run-ins. Pisses me off. It's unrealistic. I want my wrestling realistic. Ah, he dove in. Seth's in. I like my wrestling realistic, like when Mae Young gave birth to a hand. I mean, at least I can believe that. Nice. Rollins is in. It's going to make for some fun matchups at the Jewel. Cole needs to go away. See, I'm not even a vindictive person. I don't want Michael Cole to be fired, and I certainly don't want him to be killed. But I would really love it if Michael... There's an ambulance going by. I would really love it if Michael Cole got explosive diarrhea right as Raw went off the air. That would be super. That's what I want to see. I want this fucker to shit his pants and have to run away from headset right in the middle of the opening match. And I want him to leave a stain in the chair where it stinks and Renee Young and Corey Graves are then throwing up. That's what I want to see. I want to see Cole shit his pants, and that starts a puke chain reaction down the commentary team where they're just throwing up on the monitors. Then the puke gets into the wires of the monitors, and it shorts out, and the commentary table is set on fire. That's what I want to see. Somebody food poisoned Michael Cole. Let's work on this. The whole time Vince is flipping out at Gorilla. What, he shit his pants? God damn it. Oh my god, that'd be beautiful. Fucking ratings through the roof. Biggest loser tournament, and we've never even had a loser's bracket really in WWE. All right, so Dolph and Dean are up later, and the winner of that gets in. What's up, Nikki? She's looking around. They're looking for Rousey. Well, if you're scared, what the fuck you beat her up for? Oh, that's the dumbest. The Bella Twins door had a lock on the outside of it. These two are like, God, Bailey, get the fuck off me. Why would the Bella's door have the lock on the outside? Oh, somebody better lock us in, and they can't get out. That's probably just a fucking broom closet that they're using. I mean, maybe Ronda's just gonna go to the ring or go to the door and lock him in. Or maybe Ronda's gonna get in there with him, and the door's gonna lock, and then she's in there and they can't get out. That would be even funnier. God, SmackDown 1000's tomorrow, huh? It's almost like there's too many shows. There's no time to enjoy or get hyped up for any of this shit. I mean, this normally would be a pretty big show. And somebody... Did we ever find out, is this thing 3 hours or not tomorrow? I thought it might be 3. With all the extra stuff going on, but maybe it's just 2. Can I put the screen? Where do you want me to put the screen, WWE fan? Up your ass? Because that I'll do. No, I'm not putting it on the screen. You're coming here to watch me, not Raw. We're following along, hanging out together. You must be new. So I won't insult you, because you weren't even mean. Huh. I'm curious too what... Well, no, they're going to play the normal theme for SmackDown, I'm sure, but I wouldn't mind the very first one, like the first one they used. Or maybe not the very, very first one. It's the same one that Botchamania uses, that one. That might have been like the second theme or something, I don't remember. But I think that was like my favorite SmackDown theme. Did I miss a super chat up here earlier? I got Barry, I got yours. The Yokozuna commercial. That was crazy. What's up, Diet Water? Got a mod in the house. You're in here. Catherine's in and out, so at least I got some help. If things get nuts. What's sorry, I've not even looked over at the page. We got anybody in here watching us? Oh, we got almost 400 people. Shoot them likes up for me. Help me out. I'd appreciate it. We're only at 42. Y'all can get me to 100, can't you? Pretty good feedback on yesterday's Crown Jewel video, too. A lot of views on the first day there. Most people, some people didn't like what I said. Most people did, though, so that was cool. Can't please everybody when you're talking about a topic like that. That was a very unpleasant video to make. Check over here on Twitter. Yeah, they did use Beautiful People. That's going to be tough for them to do, though, because they probably bought the rights to that, and that probably expired, so they'd have to pay, which they hate to do. I would love for them to bring back the fist, though. I'd be into that. I wouldn't know what the best SmackDown match ever, to be honest. My brain is liquid. And also, back in the day when SmackDown first started, where I lived in North Carolina, I didn't have UPN. I had no way of seeing SmackDown regularly. The only way for me to see it was highlights on Raw. I would sometimes get tapes, you know, from people, and then It was around 2002. I switched to satellite. I got like DirecTV or something at my place, and I was finally able to watch SmackDown because I could get UPN. But then that only lasted. I ended up going back to cable, lost track of SmackDown again. They moved networks 4, 5, or 10 times, and I was never really able to see it that often until finally it was on Sci-Fi and more accessible channels. But all those years on the UPN network, I never really saw them because I didn't have UPN. We got a 7-7 game over here in Green Bay, and Green Bay's threatening again. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. How many? Do they have the SmackDowns on the network? Do they have like SmackDown replays? That's cool. Yeah, as big as my wrestling footage collection is, SmackDown is one set of shows I just don't have. I have a few, I have maybe 2 seasons of SmackDowns. Maybe. And that's it. Lunatic Time. Are you deaf, Dean Ambrose? See, Dean Ambrose, he's just fucking with him. Hey, WWE, your poster's falling off that wall, man. Vince is probably flipping out. That poster's fucking coming across. He goes, what did you say? I just said he was on Lunatic Time. What's the big deal? Renee, give your man some tonight. Chill him the fuck out so he's not so crazy next week. Don't be holding out on him. Wearing those pants. Why the fuck is my air conditioning on? I'll be right back. It's fucking freezing here. So my leg fell asleep. I just walked over to the other side of the room like fucking Tiny Tim. Couldn't put any weight on it. Jesus Christ. CM Punk gonna come back? Yeah, I expect him back tonight. He'll probably show up in Mickie James's match, if I had to guess. Brittany, what's up, girl? Yes, I am streaming tomorrow night. I'm gonna be home. We're gonna watch SmackDown 1000 together. So you got me 2 nights this week, and then I got to get up some sort of an episode this week too. But I'm working on a lot of videos. I think I got 3 PayPal donation videos and 2 Survivor Series reviews, all in the works right now. Chipping away at those, trying to get them done. Not to mention Evolution shit, Crown Jewel shit going on. I mean, just to play like devil's advocate here, just put yourself in like Sean's position, because a lot of people are like, why isn't he not standing up and saying, I don't want to go? If somebody offered you $1 million to go have a match in Saudi Arabia, would you do it? Just think about it hard, you know? It's not as easy as to say, oh, they shouldn't do it. That's where all the money is. There's so much money over there. In China, too. A lot of these big companies have no choice but to try to suck that teat, you know? I'm just glad I'm Joe Schmo with a YouTube channel. I don't have to fucking worry about any of this shit. I'm just gonna enjoy my Stella. I'm glad I'm not in a position where I have to live with myself, making a decision that might be unpopular. I kind of feel bad for Sean too, just the fact that his return should be a big deal, but instead it's really clouded in this mess. And I would prefer as a wrestling fan just to be able to enjoy Sean's return without all this crap going on, you know? This has got to be Wyatt. There's a boiler room? I get another boiler room, bro. Oh, it's the... What the fuck? For a couple old dudes, they look pretty badass right there. Kane, you are almost a part of DX. There's always been the rumor of the green Kane suit that they had made. Fucking Jolly Green Giant. What do y'all think about this? This promo here. It's different. I kind of like it. Varum Sharma? Yeah, I agree. I think so. You know, it's just a matter of, like, how you like your pizza, though. You know, and if you're going to drive it, you know, to the tennis court to have the wrestling match, you're going to need chocolate chip cookies. So, it's anybody's guess is as good as mine. Don't really know. Another thing I'm wondering about this. Rest in peace, I'm sure, right? Rest in peace, and are you ready? Are you ready to rest in peace? Okay, have fun in Saudi Arabia. Should be a blast. I still don't know about SmackDown tomorrow. I was assuming it would be 3 hours, but I haven't even looked into it. So why don't y'all research that during the stream and give me an answer. Am I streaming for 2 hours tomorrow night or 3? Either way, we're going to be here together, hanging out. Brooklyn, I'm not a huge fan of edibles because I just don't like the way, like, to me a brownie tastes like shit. Even if they're made well, I still, just something about it, I don't like the taste. I can tolerate some of the candies though. That's about it. I'll be taking some Jolly Ranchers to fucking Survivor Series, that's for sure. What's up, Ember Moon? I mean, I should know this, but Nia Jax, wasn't she a heel? She's a face now again, okay, but I don't even remember when that happened. What's going on, Black Bolt? How are you? It is 2 hours? Alright. I had a feeling it was probably 2 because WWE... If it was 3 hours, Michael Cole wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. I'm sure he'd be telling us every 5 seconds. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Many days? Alright, I'm gonna get you the biggest brownie, Catherine. It's California brownie, too. You're gonna eat the whole thing in the car. Barry, you got a favorite, SmackDown moment? Oh, I think I remember that. Mankind wants what's in Val Venus's pants. That was 99, right? That was during the Rock and Sock days. I was, wait, what was the date on that? 9/30. That was really close to the, This Is Your Life. I was there for This Is Your Life in Greensboro, and I know that was in September. That might have been the day before, man, because I think it was right after Unforgiven. You know what? I might have been at that show too. Interesting. See if I recognize the arena. I do. I was there, dude. I recognize that arena. That's Virginia. That's Richmond. As soon as I clicked on it, that's definitely the Richmond Coliseum. I was there that night, dude. I was there. Sweet. How about that, Barry? What a coincidence. I need another beer. Michael Cole's going to be back screaming in my face any second. I'll be right back. Fresh beer. Oh yeah, some idiots in here. Hulk Hogan's not dead. You dummy. If he was, Vince McMahon would text me personally and tell me to inform all of you that he died. Jordan, I'm glad you asked that. No. New camera. Why are you asking me that? Does it look different? Because I played with the settings a little bit. It's a little bit... Yeah, I gotta change that up a little bit. But no, I changed some of the color and background stuff, and I took away the autofocus that was a problem, trying to get the best picture possible out of this camera, because it is a 1080p, but sometimes the quality doesn't look as good as I think it should look. So I was trying to play with it a little bit to get it sharper or better. But no, not a new camera, but the lighting might look a little bit different, because I was fucking with that stuff. Yeah, Catherine, that match is right around the same time of the show that I was just mentioning. All that took place around September of '99 when Bulldog came back. Bulldog was in the main event at Unforgiven that year. I think he worked with The Rock at the next pay-per-view, so that all happened right around the same time that the match that Barry sent me, or the promo that he sent me. Is Raw still bad? It has its ups and downs. 2 weeks ago, it had its lowest rating in history, which is saying a lot because Nikolai Volkov once main evented Monday Night Raw. But last week was pretty good. A lot of shit went down. Tonight feels like it's going to be a predictable show. Tonight feels like it's going to suck. God, these fucking assholes and their little motorbikes. Oh, yeah. Hello, Tamina. Am I seeing that right? Is that Tamina? This is the most random-ass tag team match. What's the relation between Nia and Tamina? How far down the bloodline are they from each other? But, I done forgot about Tamina. And yeah, I think you're right. I thought she was on SmackDown too, but I don't know. Where's she been? Thank you, Renee. She had surgery on her shoulder. She's been out for 9 months. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's been a long time since I've seen Tamina. Nia versus Tamina at Evolution. I could see them setting that up in this match. Certainly. That's kind of a match that I always thought would be a natural confrontation anyway. They're both bigger, badass women. Although Tamina is just... I don't know if she's quite good enough to pull all this off, because WWE's had her lose a lot. Tori, you're going to show up at Evolution? Oh, man. My life is complete. I don't want to see her back in the ring. I just want to see her. I think she's hotter now in her 40s than she was when she was young. Here we go. Tamina and Nia. Who is taller? I want to see. Nia still might have her by an inch, half an inch.
Have a speed advantage on Jax. Nia using some of her own power to quite the collision in Survivor Series last year as Nia Jax. Wow.
What the hell did she just do there? Flatten Tamina.
Tremendous athleticism of the former women's champion. Nobody home as Tamina scoots out of the way and delivers a boot right to the midsection of Nia.
Oh yeah, are they doing a Battle Royal Evolution? What's the prize? Stupid little trophy, or do you actually get something? Title shot, something like that? I mean, it's logical they would do a battle royal. I mean, they want to incorporate. I mean, can you imagine being one of the poor women left off this thing? I think every woman in the company, or at least on the main roster, is going to have a presence on the show. Christ! Damn, Tamina. She's holding her up there. Watch your arm. God, you guys got to be careful on them Samoan drops. Nia, you are an inch away from a snapped fucking elbow. Damn. I mean, what is she? 250? And Tamina's holding her up there like that? That is badass. I guess I didn't really realize that Tamina is that strong. She should be strong. Her fucking dad. I like her Jeff Hardy sleeves that she's got rocking there. Yeah, good sell on the Eclipse by Dana. I think we're going to see Bray Wyatt pretty soon. He was tweeting out some funky-ass shit yesterday, so we'll see. If he's not injured, WWE just want to do nothing with him, just leave him back there. You know, just fly to TV every week, just hang out in the back locker room, play video games with Xavier Woods, have some steak. Look at Ember, why are you trying to fucking break it up? Here we go. Oh, that's a good super kick. She caught Nia. That's probably the first time I've ever noticed the resemblance between Tamina and her dad. When she just did that, she went like, "Who do you think you are, huh?" Just the way she said it. What? Oh, they're gonna throw her out? Oh, because of the Battle Royal? Huh. But I don't know, Tamina just, she actually kind of looked like him there for a brief second. And now why is Ember... I don't understand. I don't get it. The winner of the Battle Royal gets a date with GoodMicWork. Lucky them. Boy, God, they're going to be fighting hard. They're going to be killing each other. They're going to be using chairs and barbed wire baseball bats, thumbtacks. They're going to do whatever they have to do to get with G. Except I don't want a girl with a bunch of holes in her back. Oh, my God. Dana, you win. I don't know. Can I pick someone else? What does any of this prove? Not a goddamn thing. Awesome. I mean, I guess they're trying to remind the fans, as if we don't know after 100 fucking years, that the Battle Royal's every woman for herself. So stupid. They do that same type of shit, though, every year during the Royal Rumble. They'll have some sort of a segment like that where two partners or friends will dump the other one out and say, see, it could be, I could do it that quick. You know, they do that shit every fucking year. So, ugh. And here comes a Ronda beatdown, some replays of that. I don't know, we're going to get Ronda at the top of the hour here, probably, if they're showing this replay. A lot of people are nervous as shit. Nikki's going to take the belt from Ronda. And even though I had that feeling too, when this match was first rumored, I don't think it's happening. I think Ronda straight into Mania's champ. That's what I would do. And if you want to set up that Charlotte match, it's there. They can do it if they want. And if they don't, that means they don't want to do it for some reason. But it's there, man. Yeah, you like the, that's the only one left. That's the only NWO font t-shirt I have left of my big stack that I was selling there. And I still gotta keep putting it off. I need to submit that into Pro Wrestling Tees, so if you want that design, you can get it. Right now I've got 4 other ones up there. But I wanna get that one on there, because I know people like it. But I looked into, I've got one kind of in the works. I haven't purchased it yet, but I was thinking about getting a banner behind me, like a vinyl banner. Maybe just a logo or just something, so you're not staring at my fucking kitchen. But I haven't actually purchased it yet and gone through with it. But I'm trying to design it because I was kind of ignorant to how that worked. You know, like I can submit my design, they can make it, but it's also got to be set up to the proper scale, and that's kind of harder to do. So I think I understand what they want, but I'm trying to put it together so I can send the design into them and they can print me a big ass banner. But until then, you got my kitchen. Tito's right here. Tito's right next to me. He is fast asleep. I'm not sure if Tito is going to do a run-in. One thing that I've learned with live streams that's really helped me is about 10 minutes before I go live, I give them both food. They'll eat, and then they'll go take a shit, and they'll go to sleep. So it's nice. Hey, a club t-shirt would be good, Luna Strife. Hey, you know, that's kind of, I mean, I'm sort of good at that stuff. I've created a few of my designs. I did the NWO one and a couple others, but y'all are better at that than me. So if anybody wants to make a really cool looking Greg Club, you know, t-shirt, or GoodMicWork Club or something like that in that design, send it in. I'll use it. Somebody made me, I can't remember who it is. If you're in here, let me know, but maybe a year or so ago, somebody sent me the New Japan logo with GoodMicWork on it. That was cool. That would make a good t-shirt, actually. Mike Eldridge, I just saw the finish of the Aries match, so I've already kind of given my thoughts on it. I tweeted about it. I didn't see Bound for Glory. I didn't even see the full match between him and Morrison, right? But I saw he kind of no-sold the finish. Well, he got pinned. He sold the pin and the 3 count, but the minute the match was over, he got right up as Morrison was like still laying in the ring and walked out like nothing was wrong and flipped off Don Callis and everything. And even though I don't know anything about it, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, that's got to be a work. That just has to be a work. But I could be wrong. I don't know anything about it. I haven't even been following the situation. I don't even know what the issue there is. I don't even know why he's mad. But guy doesn't seem like he likes anywhere he works. Hated WWE, now hates Impact. I don't know what the fuck. But Aries isn't a guy that would strike me as somebody that would do that, because yes, you're doing that and you're creating buzz, but if you do that, what company is going to want you to work a match there if they know you have the potential to fucking I guess you can't really expose the business. It's already exposed. But doing shit like that from a professional standpoint is not good. That's why I'm hoping it's a work, because I would like to think that Aries wouldn't do that. If it's a work, I don't care. You know? I don't care if they're exposing the business in a work, but at least when you're out there, sell the shit. You know? TMZ has an article about Rousey and Bell. I don't give a shit. Get this off my fucking... There. Get that out of there. Well, she's up. You should be a little angrier than this, Rousey. What's wrong with you? I want her to get on the mic, and I want her to be like, you two fucking cunts, get out here right now. Because the match between me and Nikki Bella at Evolution isn't going to happen, because I'm going to kill you tonight. I said in my last episode she'll rip both her arms off and probably rip her tits off too. I cannot see Nikki Bella beating Ronda Rousey unless it's a no disqualification match with Nikki Bella out there and Natalya turns heel and joins up with the Bellas, and you have Stephanie McMahon as the referee and Brock Lesnar comes out with a chair and smashes Ronda Rousey in the face. If you do all of that, then yeah, Nikki can be champion. But that's the only way. Otherwise, just beeline her right for WrestleMania as champion. Set her up for a big match with Charlotte. Give us that. That's all you got. They gotta, you know, you don't have time to really rebuild Asuka to that. She's got to kind of reset herself. So it might be another year before she can ever be in that conversation again. But at least for right now, Rousey and Charlotte might be what you want to do. It's got to be your match, right? We're middle of October. Looking ahead to April. It's got to be Rousey-Charlotte. What other match do you do? You be robbing everybody. You can't hold that off another year. By then, Ronda will have some losses under her belt probably and shit like that. It's like it's this year or never, in my mind. Do it.
Last week, the Bella twins betrayed me in front of the whole...
You should be out there laughing. I'm like, can you believe those two bitches fucking turned on me? Are they crazy? Do they know what I can do to them?
I just want an explanation. That's all. You know,
I don't like this heartbroken Ronda. I want to see like a pissed off Ronda. I'm like, look, you fucking cunts. Tell me why. How about come out here so I can kill you? That's what you should say. Like, were you even really friends? You've only been in the company since January. It's not like you've been BFFs. It's not like you grew up together. You didn't go to middle school together. You didn't have your first lesbian experience together. That happened in college. At least that's what I tell myself.
Ronda, I first just want to let you know that no one here paid to see you. Everyone paid to see the Bella twins.
Yeah, we all paid to see you.
You want an explanation?
Actually, I didn't pay to see you, Nikki, and I got a better view than everybody. As a matter of fact, your soft little juicy butts hanging right out on my G on my GoodMicWorkCommentaries.com. Totally free. I'm not a fan of Bree's voice either. But you're born with your voice. Can't change it. Sometimes you have really good wrestlers that you wish had a better voice. Think about how many great wrestlers like couldn't cut promos.
I mean, you're the reason why Brie and I came back to compete. It made me cringe to watch you at the forefront of this evolution. I mean, I'm still trying to...
Look at Rousey all heartbroken and devastated. Like, you know what? Fuck both of you. I don't need you as friends.
You never deserved a title match, and you sure as hell don't deserve to be champion. I do.
Ratnick, that would be a great... If I ever had started another, like, video segment on my channel,
History lesson.
the G-Spot would be a great name.
Diva means something.
My best friend calls me G, and all of her kids, I'm Uncle G. So I hear G a lot. So G-Spot would work.
Put more women and little girls in that crowd.
I'd probably be accused of being sexist or something, so probably shouldn't do that.
We made the world want to see us in women's wrestling even more.
There's a lot of scoring going on in this game, too. Nikki, are you talking? Green Bay is up 17-14 on San Fran, and the Bellas are attempting a promo, in case you're curious.
Longest reigning Divas champion.
Longest reigning Divas champion.
And by the way, the championship that you carry around, it wouldn't even exist without us.
That's why they're so good as heels. Because just that sentence is so fucking ludicrous. All three of you are the worst three fucking actors I've ever seen. God damn. Three of y'all shut up, and Ronda, just go up there and kill them, please. So far, Ronda in the ring is much better than Ronda on the stick. I want to see Ronda Rousey out there on the microphone, you know, needing to be held back by security from not killing these two, like with her bare hands. But instead, it's like, I can't believe you turned on me. What the fuck? Feelings are hurt.
And I really tried not to be judgmental, even though everything that the Divas era stood for made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, me too, Rhonda. I'm with you.
I tried my best to give you the benefit of the doubt. That you were just doing the best you could with what you had.
Which is nothing. There you go, Rhonda. Sister soldiers. Maybe a submission sorority. That worked out real well last time.
But that was my mistake. I was too idealistic. I was too naive to see that you guys are the embodiment of a stereotype. DMBs. Do nothing Bellas.
Oh, I thought you were say bitches. See, Rhonda, why didn't you say this right from the start? You're all sad. You're like, I think you have multiple personalities. She comes out of the ring smiling, and then sometimes she can turn into a maniac right after that. What kind of meds is she on?
You leached off of the names of your men.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Rhonda. Tell him like it is. Rhonda delivered a line there. Or the writers did.
You plagiarize and dilute their movesets.
Dilute their movesets? Rhonda, what are you saying, girl? Dilute their movesets. I think... Rhonda, did you... What the fuck just happened?
The only thing that's going to be stopping me in Evolution is going to be the referee, and everyone knows they're not very good at holding me back. But you know, I am much more than a pretty face with a deadly body. I will ruin you.
Pretty face with a deadly body? Yeah, I agree with that. Your body's pretty deadly too, Rhonda.
I will make the name Bella into a four-letter word that will be remembered as the societal sore it always has been.
I think it's a five-letter word.
Okay. So you think we're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
we're a disease? You think we're do-nothing Bellas?
You're do-nothing botchers, Bree. That's what you are.
Anyone who thinks that sounds really jealous of us.
Yeah, if I was a female on the roster, I'd be super jealous of Bree.
Come on, Rhonda.
I'd be like, if only I could be Brie Bella.
Bella has done more
I'd rather wrestle on house shows in dear shit Mississippi than be on Total Divas. You dumb bitches. Hi, Nikki. Not you. You know I love you.
Than you ever have. We have knocked down more doors. You don't even compare to us at all.
Hey, props to all three of them for remembering these lines. This is a long-ass promo.
That's exactly what I said. Knock down doors. My entire
Memorizing lines is hard, y'all.
knocking down doors. I've knocked down doors in judo. I knocked down doors in strike force. I knocked down doors in the UFC, and now I'm knocking down doors here at home in the WWE.
I want Ronda to be like, you know what, fuck this. I want both of you at Evolution. You can both have a shot at the title. I'll kill both of you. That's what I want her to say.
The only
Let's change it. Let's make it a handicap match.
was the door to John Cena's bedroom.
She name dropped Cena. No, she didn't. Nikki's like, dude, we smashed in fucking Melbourne. And we're gonna get it on in Saudi Arabia, too. He's gonna put one of them headdresses on me and do me from behind.
And he eventually threw you out of that exact same door.
Ronda came out as Mickey Mouse to start, and now she's fucking Charles Manson. This went from like the dumbest promo ever to like, hey, this is a pretty good promo. Oh yeah, take it off. I wouldn't go down there. Yeah, you made 4 steps. Sorry, Catherine, I can't help it. Look at these guys. Is that Monty Brown? This is the lamest looking security guards ever. So I'll kick all 5 of you dudes' asses. How about you guys not walk into these fucking arm drags? Hit Billy Kidman right in his face. Ronda, there you go. Imagine being a fucking performance center guy. Hey, we need you to come to Raw. Oh, cool. Why? Ronda's gonna kill you. Oh. Hey, that turned out to be not horrible. It was dumb, but it heated up a little bit there at the end. It's kind of like a Greg the Hammer Valentine match. Took a little while to get cooking, but once it did, shit was on. I just don't understand why Rousey didn't come out with that attitude right from the start. She shouldn't have her feelings hurt. That was a vicious brawl last week. You should be beyond having your feelings hurt, you know? Any emotion you had about your feelings being hurt should have passed by now, and you should be in full-on, I want to kill you mode. And it took Ronda like a little bit to get there. That's why I found it unrealistic. I just want an answer. I just want to know why you did what you did. What the fuck are you talking about? Rip these bitches apart. So it didn't. It took like halfway through the promo for Ronda to turn into that. But she eventually did. And then beat the fuck out of 5 dudes. We're getting a replay of the Battle Royal from last week with Conquistador Kurt on the outside. Oh, I wasn't dissing the Hammer. That was just his style. I love the Hammer. That was my nickname, actually, because I've talked about this before. Years ago when I was a kid, I was like an amateur bowler. I was even like a semi-pro bowler years and years ago before I retired because of shoulder stuff. But a couple balls that I had, you know, balls have brand names, bowling balls, that is, not testes. But I had a couple balls that were hammer balls. Sounds great. But all my teammates called me Greg the Hammer. Because even my bowling bag, when I would carry it, it said the hammer. It said Hammer on the side, so I was Greg the Hammer. What is Kurt doing?
I really hope so. It's been a great vacation.
Look at his fucking hat. Island Kurt.
Can we please get some of those hats?
I want one of those hats too. Because I'm bald and I can't wear hats, but Kurt's bald too, and he's pulling that shit off.
Absolutely. It's glorious. Right, Ollie? Yeah. Let's go, kid.
You kind of look like Juan Valdez. I like it. I like it though, Kurt. Oh, Jesus Christ. Catherine, restrain your family. Alright, I got a blood clot in my brain. Oh, it got worse. Where's my mozzarella sticks?
I hope you realize how stacked WWE World Cup is. I mean, how long has it been since you've had a singles match in WWE anywhere? About 12 years.
Corbin, get the fuck out of here. Angle has got a shuffleboard game to get to, and you are delaying it.
I didn't bring my gear with me.
Oh, he's gonna have a match? You gonna wrestle on that, Kurt?
I think you'll figure something out.
So Angle...
And that match is a handicap match against AOP.
So Kurt's gonna face the Authors of Pain in a handicap match. Just go get the same riot gear you wore at TLC last year. You just blend right in with him. Alright, so Trish and Lita are coming out tonight to cut a promo, which means they're going to be interrupted by Alexa and Mickey. And we're going to have just as bad of a promo as we had last week.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and for the 7th straight year, we at WWE are so proud to be partnering with Susan G. Komen to help battle this terrible disease. The ring, the entranceway, the announce table, and other parts of the arena will be dressed in pink all month long to remind everyone that breast cancer is unacceptable. We invite all of you
Hey, I was pretty easy on your
to text WWE
on your cousin tonight. Kurt does look like a white guy in the Dominican Republic.
message and data rates may apply.
Hey, I'm a white guy. You know what I got lit right now over on my my shelf by my TV in my living room? I've got a pumpkin nutmeg scented candle. In case you're curious what race I am, that would be white. White, white, white. Oh, Kurt Angle, man. He's the best. That fucking outfit. I agree. Down nice. Funny Kurt is the best Kurt. Because, look at it. Like, where he is in his career, he can't wrestle like the badass that he was in 03 and shit. In 04 and 05 and stuff. So, or TNA, for that matter. So, you're not going to get best Kurt in the ring. So maybe they're going to go back to how he was when he first came in, where he's just kind of a goofy fucking idiot. Just a naive dumbass. He's great in that role. I love it. I love it. And now, I mean, it's cool that he's kind of like a talent now. Now he's showing up at Raw and he's being put in matches and roles is reversed. Roles have reversed. Oh, Trish and Lita are wrestling? Oh, you might be right, Mike. I don't know. I just saw the little graphic up next or later tonight or whatever the fuck it said. Trish and Lita. If the commentator said she was going to be in a match, I didn't hear it. They might be. Cool. Oh, I'd burn one of those, Catherine, for sure. Yeah, I think I bought the candle because I was laughing at it. I'm like, oh my god, I should buy this because it's been a little bit, it's finally like cooling down here in San Diego, so I've been opening up my windows and letting the cool breeze blow in and lighting a candle that smells like that. It just kind of gave it a fall feel. I liked it. I don't get seasons out here in San Diego, so anytime it feels like fall, I want to take advantage. I wouldn't be surprised. I would guess that we're going to see at some point Angle in there with Elias. He's got to be. Oh yeah, I'm kind of looking at the screen over here. I wonder if I can fix this. I kind of want to brighten things up a little bit on the camera. Hopefully I will not shut off the screen while I'm doing this. Let's see here. I don't even know if that's going to do anything or not. But anyway, I tried to change one of the settings. But I better not fuck with that because I could easily screw something up. Hey, that'd be good too. 03 Rapper Cena and Elias? Hell yeah. I'd be down with that. What are the matches? Well, I guess I'll look that up. I mean, I know we got Shinsuke and Ray. But I don't know what else we're really getting tomorrow night. We're not going to have time to get too much. I mean, if you're going to do a whole bunch of, like, you know, showing old footage of SmackDown moments, you're going to do Evolution. You're going to have, you know, maybe several other legends making appearances or doing videos or something. Maybe something from The Rock. All this in 2 hours. I don't know. Alright, so we got Cena, Angle, Orton, Hardy, and Seth. And then we're either going to get Dean or Dolph here, leaving 2 spots left. Rey Mysterio or Shinsuke will be one of them, leaving 1 more left after that. I pitched my Samoa Joe idea. Wouldn't mind that. As far as who wins the tournament, I don't know, man. I'd like to see. I'd be fine with Angle winning it. I mean, why put him in it if he's not going to win it? But I don't know. Well, I think Batista coming back at 1,000 could be the beginning of a potential match. If he's ever going to do another match, Batista's old as shit. So he's got to do it if he's ever going to do it. So if he's at SmackDown and they have some conversations and they set something up where he can come in and do some sort of a match, maybe with Triple H at 35, fine. But he ain't going to be able to... His window, I thought it was already closed. I didn't think we'd see Batista back in the ring. I thought he was old in 2014 when he came back. So I don't know. I mean, he's a lot smaller now, too. Ultimate Warrior versus The Rock. The Rock would lay the smackdown on his candy ass. Rock was so much better. So much smoother. He was literally better at everything. I mean, maybe even arguably the look. I mean, the Warrior had quite the amazing look, but Rock was up there too for one of the best looks ever. Especially now. Better on the mic, better in the ring. More well-liked by his peers. Batista gets the final spot. That's a possibility. Batista, though, not being in the ring, now going into an 8-man tournament. I mean, and again, much like Angle, unless he wins it, why would you even put him in there? Unless he just wants that big payday, but it would make sense with the, you know, with all the legends being in it, but I'd have a hard time believing Batista would do something tomorrow night to get in there. I think it's going to be, for the time being, it's going to be a one-time thing. And then we'll see if he hangs around and does more. Maybe next year. I think entry into the Rumble might make more sense than Crown Jewel. We know what a cloverleaf is, Michael Cole. Jesus Christ. Did he just X-Factor Ambrose from the fucking top rope? That didn't look very good. No, thank you, Michael Cole.
Tonight, we celebrate because we made this country great.
All right, we got a pretty good audience in here. Still 350 folks. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Next stop is 200 likes. And make sure you subscribe because I'm up here every Monday streaming Raw, and I'm going to be up here tomorrow night streaming SmackDown 1000 as well. So make sure you hook me up with the subscribe. Looks like we got a few people coming in tonight, so that's good. Oh, yeah. Pretty good amount of subscribers tonight, so not bad. Make sure you subscribe. I'm up here all the time with videos. All sorts of great shit. I can only imagine what The Rock would say about John Cena's hair. My God. All right, we got a commercial. Michael Cole's making me drink tonight, guys. Normally I drink the beer slower, but tonight, something about it. Something about his voice. I just need more alcohol. Right to back.
Busters has the 3 things you need to watch football: food, drinks, and big TVs. Try new bar bites for $5 and beer specials available every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. We're ready. Are you? Only at Dave & Buster's. The gods have spoken. Greece is doomed. Whoever you choose to become, however you choose to fight, wherever you choose to go, you will stay. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, available now. Rated M for mature. Dude, Pop-Tart splits already fused 2 Pop-Tarts together. See? Strawberry and cheesecake. Yeah, but watch me fuse 4 Pop-Tarts together. With this. Save the Pop-Tart. Dude, my mom's gonna kill me. My hair. You know, I'm an Avenger now. God needed help, so to America. Badass, you've come.
And I'm back on back.
See you now.
Alrighty. Sorry for the little delay there on getting back. I got both of the cats completely, totally asleep. Tito's right here. Bub's on my bed, right in the middle. King-size bed. Cali King. Fucking thing's a wrestling ring, it's so big. And he's in the dead fucking center of it. Curled up, fast asleep. I didn't miss anything, did I? No super chats, nothing like that? Alright, just checking. The belt was purple in 91. What belt are you talking about? The world title? WWE title? It kind of was purple. I thought it was blue. I thought it was light blue. But no, it was purple, I guess. I think Slaughter won a purple belt, didn't he? And then it went back to black. It's such a weird, like, nitpicky thing, but that's what I want out of the Intercontinental title. I want the IC belt to be, to have the black strap. I just think it would look so much better. I'm happy to have the old design back, so the white strap is something I'll tolerate, but I just really wish it had the black.
Ambrose looks like he's almost out of gas right now.
Perhaps not with a clubbing blow right to the back of the neck. Follows it up with a vicious clothesline. Ambrose with a high elbow.
The following stream is scheduled for 6 beers. Hopefully not. I don't want to have 6 beers tonight. Plus, I don't have to buy any more beer. Because I'll have a few tomorrow night when we're watching SmackDown.
Ambrose continuing to punish Ziggler for a double chicken wing. Ziggler able to stop Dean and deliver an elbow. Here we go. Ambrose up counter, sunset play. Look at this. Ambrose again. Looking for a clover leaf.
Yeah, IC title, Barry.
Trying to get it, and he's got it locked in, Corey.
I just wish, like, when they brought... I just wish they would have gone all the way with it. Because I remember when they first brought back the belt, it was Cody, right? Cody was the first one that showed up with that old school belt, and we're like, what the fuck, this is great. But I'm like, why is the strap white? You know, it's like, come on, WWE, give us the Savage, Steamboat, Brett, Perfect Shawn belt. You know, come on. Well, Shawn actually changed the colors up, but I much preferred... yeah, you're right, Jamie. Shawn had the white strap first. He also had blue. I remember like a light Carolina blue strap. Oh, no, actually, Jamie, you're wrong. Warrior did. Warrior had a yellow strap. The belt had a yellow strap at WrestleMania 6. So, Warrior did the yellow, Shawn introduced the white and the blue, and then I don't think it really changed colors too much again after that until, actually ever. Then it went to that terrible design that they started in '99. I remember the night after WrestleMania 14, all the belts were different. Austin had, the Winged Eagle was gone. Rock just debuted with a new Intercontinental belt. Oh, so horrible. Tag belts stayed relatively the same, but I don't even know why, like... I remember when I first saw that new Intercontinental title. And I got used to the design, but overall, I'm like, why would you even change that? It doesn't look better. It looks worse. Why would you even do it? Like, I don't even know why they would do that. And we had to live with that fucking design for, what, 10, 12 years? I don't know what it was. How long has that belt been back now? By the way, we got a match between Dolph and Drew with World Cup implications. I have not been paying much attention to it. Dolph and Dean, I'm sorry. Seth and Drew have now interfered. Seth's out there trying to help up Dean. See, Dean, he shoved him. Is that going to be it? I was about to say they might have Dean win, but he lost. Because if Dean wins and then he has to face Seth at Crown Jewel, that could help further this bullshit. Alright, so the finish there was Seth tried to help up Dean Ambrose for not getting counted out. Dean pushed Seth away, got back in the ring, ate a super kick, got pinned, Dolph wins. He is now in the Crown Jewel tournament. Well, so maybe all this dissension isn't just a work, or maybe Dean Ambrose isn't fucking with everybody, because he did shove Seth there. Oh, okay, so now they're saying that Ambrose didn't realize it. Like, I think Seth would look so good with that black strap IC belt. Well, Seth, why don't you curb stomp him? Well, that'd be the ultimate swerve, wouldn't it? Dean's laying right there. Nail him. Well, Dean, if you're that frustrated, do factions ever split up without having a match? What if he's just like, you know what, fuck this Shield shit. Seth's going after him. Man, imagine how good this makeup sex is going to be. Your pushes are weak, dudes. You're Roman. Oh, hello, Baron. Yeah, can I get a draft beer and maybe some onion rings? Because clearly mozzarella sticks, you don't know how to ring that in. Maybe onion rings will be easier. Make sure they're crispy, too. Get out of my face.
I'm gonna give you guys a chance to fix your problems and redeem yourself in a rematch from last week.
Oh, crap.
Shield versus Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman tonight.
Tonight. I like the way the crowd is like, yay. Basically, Baron Corbin says, I'm going to give you guys and this audience the same match that they've gotten for the last 3 weeks. Tonight. Yay. Yay. Can't wait. Stop it, Renee. Corbin, or Graves, you stop it. Renee can say whatever the fuck she wants. Kurt Angle versus the Authors of Pain. And Drake. Can it beat Kurt Angle versus Drake Maverick? That might be more even. I like Kurt's Captain America suit that he wears now. So they're just making an appearance. They're not wrestling anybody. No, I don't need football updates. I have it on. Oh shit, it actually shut off. But no, I've got the game on the TV over here. I think it's been on for so long it thought I was done watching. At least I think. Why is that off? On. There we go. Yeah, so y'all fill me in. I have not seen 1 minute of the Mixed Match Challenge. How's Bailey and Balor doing? Still together, obviously. I like Bailey's wearing a Bailey and Balor t-shirt. That's kind of cool. They should do the thing where they wear a t-shirt with the other's face on it. Why did it turn off again? What the fuck's wrong? Do I have a power outage or something? Come on. Slightly disturbing. Oh yeah. There we go. Because I had the wrong remote. What is it? Is it Balor and Mahal again? Is that what he just said? I didn't hear him. What is that? Yeah, Catherine, it's going to be on for the two of them. Wouldn't you think? I mean, as angry as they were at each other, that's gonna transfer over. Good for them. What is going on with my fucking TV? Come on. Alright, well, I might need football updates because my television will just not turn on. I mean, it turns on, but then it turns right back off.
Two things Louisianans never rush. Gators.
Oh, great. Now I'm turning my other TV off. Alright, let's just stop doing that before I fuck up the whole gig here.
There's a contract in every cigarette.
No, Barry, we're not doing Mixed Match Challenge. What am I doing for you right now? Oh, yeah, I remember. So I got that one, and I've got another one and another one. One of them won't be till after Survivor Series, probably, but the other two are coming. Barry's next video will be on November 13th. It's going to be a This Day in History, but it's also going to be a DVD review, which is interesting, so... I hope I don't need a new TV. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. Why it even did that. I don't know. I don't want a new TV, man. I don't even remember. Those things are such a bitch to mount over the fireplace like that. I'd hate to have to pull that thing down.
Ready for a switch?
Yeah, baby. Ready to stream every play? Switch to Boost and get 4 lines for just
I don't know why Michael Cole has to yell. Although I probably sound like I'm yelling in my fucking place here. My window is right here. If there's anybody walking around outside, you're probably like, what the fuck is going on? Why is that dude screaming? Turn back on? No, it's not. So every time I turn my TV on, it turns on, and then it turns off.
Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. Try 5 pairs for free.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
There's this other thing we do. It's called
Madeline, you got a birthday tomorrow? How old are you gonna be?
and well, you get the
Don't do any homework. You know what? I remember that from back in the day when I was in school. I don't remember doing homework on my birthday either. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing my homework. It's my birthday. And plus, if you're in school, it sucks when your birthday falls on a Monday, and you got the whole week. It's better if it's like a Friday or a Saturday.
Whether it's a business card, a banner, or a postcard, we have the paper stocks, sizes, and design options to create marketing that's right for your business. Give it a try with 500 standard business cards starting at just $9.99 when you use code VP500 at vistaprint.com.
Don't mount the TV, they have sharp edges. Yeah, it's rough. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Let's all try not to die.
Hey, Dominique, thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. You're just getting here now? From the hut? So far, not much. We had a pretty good opening match. Seth Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre to advance to the World Cup. Dolph also advanced to the World Cup, defeating Dean Ambrose, and we had a pretty decent promo with Rousey and the Bellas. It's pretty much all we've seen so far.
I told you, Bruce, he's vulnerable. Yeah, this is where we isolate them. And big man, I know you want to get your hands on Roman and you will have your opportunity. But tonight, I want you to crush Seth and
I want to see 2018 Drew McIntyre versus 1992 WCW Rick Rude. Or maybe 91. Whatever year he was world champion there.
And you listen good. If either one of you two screw up out there tonight, I promise you.
Yeah, Jordan, I was thinking the same thing. I thought WWE would continue the promotion of Crown Jewel, but try not to mention Saudi Arabia. Just talk about it like it's a regular show. It's going to be in fucking Houston, you know, or whatever. And then do whatever they need to do when they get to it. So yeah, I kind of already had that thought myself, Jordan. I've noticed that I haven't heard the word Saudi Arabia at all tonight.
Between these two men, but the respective women in their corner, Alicia Fox and Bailey. Speaking of in their corner, let's not skip over the elephant in the room. Cover by Mahal and a kick out. The biggest news story possibly all day in WWE Universe, the return of Samir Singh. The Singh brothers have been
Oh, the other one's out there.
Samir Singh, Sunil's brother.
This is just what they
Alicia Fox, what are you wearing?
this path that
I love it.
I think that it might be Samir Singh.
The arrival of Samir Singh reminded me, I get the same feeling as when Rudy ran
I just thought the little fucker was a gremlin and somebody got him wet and he sprouted another Singh brother. But no, that's the other one.
Balor and Bailey a team in mixed match challenge Tuesday nights on Facebook Watch after SmackDown, and of course Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal, a team on mixed match challenge.
Alex, I think Drew McIntyre is better than Shane Douglas. I like Shane, but I didn't consider Shane on the same level as like a Rick Rude. I had him like a notch below there.
But I wanted to point out the fact that Jinder Mahal has got such a magnetic
Shane was probably at his athletic best in his early days. I remember he was in WWE in like 88 or 89. You know, primarily as a jobber, but was getting a few good matches and even got a couple of wins, I think. And he was in such good shape, and he was young and athletic and agile and fast and all that. But he went off to WCW then, and then made his big name as the franchise in ECW, which is probably where he was like his best on the mic and his best promo. I think like I would have liked to see a franchise Shane Douglas versus a Triple H. That would have been a more a better match, like dream match in my head. Because they were kind of similar. Huh, thanks for coming, former WWE champion Jinder Mahal. See you later. I was about to say, that's not Finn's music. Is this the match that's going to happen in the Mixed Match Challenge? Bayley and Balor versus Lio Rush and Lashley? So what's he going to go out there and start a feud with Balor? Hey, that's how you bring Kevin Owens back as a babyface. Have Lashley start something with Balor here. Maybe they eventually have a match on pay-per-view or something. Or at one of the shows. Or on Raw, or somewhere. Or some segment where Lashley's beating the shit out of Balor. And then you have Kevin Owens come back and make the save. And then Balor and Owens kind of fist bump or shake hands or something, and babyface is born. And Bobby Lashley, he needs to spend a little bit more time in the gym if he wants to look like me. Yeah, keep working at it, Bobby. Wait, is that it? Nobody smells like him? Did Lio Rush say that? Yeah, I really don't have any interest in smelling like Lashley. I'm cool. I'm cool with smelling like GoodMicWork. So does he just have a match now? It might be Kurt Hawkins. Alright, so we got a commercial and he's going to have a match. Is it going to be a jobber or is it going to be against somebody? If it's going to be against somebody, it needs to be against a babyface. So who's the babyface it needs to be against? It could be against Rude or Gable. I doubt it. They're kind of still ascensioning, I think, maybe at the moment. Who else is out there right now? Throw out some names. Lana, I can't decide if you have an accent or not. Do you even know? Joshua Ray, that is not out of the question. If they can book Lashley correctly between now and then, because Lesnar coming back, I don't think he's going to be in the title picture. I think Crown Jewel is going to be it for him. And then he's going to focus on UFC. And then whether he wins or loses, I don't know. WWE might want to put him in a title match at 35, especially if he's UFC champion when 35 rolls around. If not, especially if he loses, you know, his UFC match, then a match with Lashley might be better for 35. It's like a semi-mid card, kind of like how Lesnar and Ambrose was at 32. Kind of be a match like that, you know, spot on the crowd or on the card. Catherine, and then what happened? Oh yeah, no way Jobber. No way Jose is gonna face Lashley. Yep, not good. Not a good day for the Cat Clan. Yeah, because he did dance by. Who the fuck did he dance past earlier? Kurt.
Eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, and buttermilk, or pumpkin pancakes.
Pumpkin pancakes? Are you out of your mind?
Still very much out of our minds.
Denny's $5.99 Super Slam upgrade to new pumpkin pancakes.
90 Undertaker versus 91 Earthquake. I'm going Taker. 90 Taker versus 90 Earthquake would be even more of a equal match. Did that match ever happen? It didn't. They were heels. Earthquake, I don't think, went babyface prior to Taker going babyface, so they were both heel. Yeah, that match probably never happened. But they were both there for a while. I saw Rusev's shirts make squats deep again. How would they do that? If Rude turned?
And we're a man who wasn't considered right through every
This fucking thing. Oh, great. Sorry. I mean, if Rude turned and he joined Rush and Lashley, I don't even know if you need to do that. Like, if it's Gable, like if Gable had the match with Lashley, like, Lashley shouldn't need any help beating him. A fucking Ascension guy beat him a couple weeks ago.
You ghosted me, a spirit.
left and right clicks backs. It's time to decide. Sonic's $2.99 Carhartt Classic. A juicy quarter-pound double cheeseburger
going on with this
or a
TV?
flavorful signature slinger with golden brown crispy tots. A deal so nice, you should order it twice. Because it's only $2.99. Hurry in for a Carhartt Classic. Ending soon.
What are we looking at?
Law and Order SVU as in Munich, USA episodes.
And there's video.
Ha, John Cena present day versus Sting 98.
Episodes. Wednesdays at 8 on USA.
Good match too, actually. Come to think of it.
Back on Monday Night Raw.
I might go Sting. Present day John Cena. I'm gonna go Sting. Oh, it's Tyler Breeze. Nice boots.
That's the hype man, Leo Rush, the handler for Bobby Lashley, is set to go one-on-one with Tyler Breeze tonight. Known in some circles as the human canker sword. I still can't go.
Hold on, wait a second.
Maybe Fandango shows back up. What's his deal?
Show me earlier. Hit him with the money goes. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, they're doing the right thing with Lashley. Have you noticed he hasn't said a fucking word since he's been out there? That's good.
Yeah, get on up there. Show everybody.
That is very
Hit him with that
impressive.
most muscular. That's what I'm talking about. You're looking good, Bobby. You're looking good.
Prince Pretty can't like this.
Is the match gonna start? I mean, at any point?
This is like the pose down, speaking of Rick Rude. This is like the pose down of the 89 Rumble. Between Rude and Warrior. Bobby Heenan was on the mic, being a fucking obnoxious. God.
Leo Rush is just a regular Tony Robbins.
That's great, Ratnick.
To write up a citation. Leo
Good
Rush
question.
second.
So match is underway now, and Lashley, as we mentioned, he sent Kevin Owens to the hospital, needs surgery.
Fandango just got cleared to rehab.
Wicked assault last week here on Monday Night Raw. That is what Lashley is capable of.
Lashley's also got muscles in places most people don't even have places.
Yes, muscles have muscles.
And look at Tyler Breeze with a step-up enziguri, and Bobby Lashley's been stunned.
Tyler Breeze connected. You know those boots are made of Guyanese alpaca?
It doesn't matter what it's made of because Lashley's about to rip it apart. Look at the powerhouse Lashley into a vertical suplex on Breeze.
One hand.
I don't like vertical suplexes because they're also unrealistic. Like, if you're holding somebody up there, why is the dude going to be putting their legs straight and their legs straight out? I'd be kicking, trying to get out of that.
Oh, look at it, full Nelson now. Applied to Tyler Breeze.
Here, Ratnick, I'll put your tweet. We'll ask everybody on Twitter what your question if Tyler Breeze is allowed to work. What's your Twitter handle so I can tag you in this thing? I'll quote you. Oh, fuck, I sent it. God damn it. All right, well, I just sent out the tweet anyway. But if you have a Twitter page, I was going to tag you in it. Sorry, I got 5 windows pulled up here. God damn it. Saudi Arabia getting Benoit. That's true, too.
Leo Rush might be the most irritating human being I've ever encountered.
Bobby Lashley's quite his best friend.
Well, it's probably another reason, too, why they're not saying Saudi Arabia too much, just in case. So this tells me that one way or the other, they're doing Crown Jewel. The show's happening. But maybe by, omitting the Saudi Arabia stuff, if they have to move it last minute, because you know they got a plan in place. You know, they might not be making it public, but they probably have a venue and idea. Okay, if we have to move it, we're moving it here. We'll fast track the tickets out. We'll try to get some people in there. We'll do the show, whatever. So they might not cancel it outright. They might just move it. So if they don't mention Saudi Arabia, they can continue to promote the show and say, okay, worst case scenario, we bail out at the last minute and we do it here. But I don't remember from last week, like last week on Raw, how often were they mentioning Saudi Arabia? Because they were aware of this last week too, right? Yeah, it would have been like the 7th. So WWE was probably aware of this when we were all watching Raw last week. They probably knew already that something might be up. Nick Musser, how long would it take me to beat up Rush? It might take me a while, because I don't know if I could catch the fucker. If I was the same age as him, I think I could catch him. I definitely couldn't catch him. He'd be flipping over top of me. Probably take me 30 minutes just to get my hands on him. And then like another 30 seconds to choke him. Hey, buddy. Did you wake up? Man, when was the last time WWE did a television event or pay-per-view in MSG? I know they go there for house shows semi-annually, but... Come on, if you want to come up here, come on up, buddy. Come on. Hey. What's going on, man? Well, we got one cat awake from his nap. Ugh, and he's shown up. You don't want to look in the camera? Why, do you think you're fat? Guess what? You are. Ario Speedwagon. Nice. And it's a cat commercial about cat food just for you.
Sheba perfect portions. What cats want.
Michael's game. You waited for this night.
Brace yourselves.
I've waited for him.
Rated R.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, how much would you pay for something you don't want?
Nothing. Is this a test?
No. Do you like getting stuff you like for free?
Yes, this feels like a test.
It's not.
Yeah, there's other reasons, I think, why. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a New Yorker, but there's got to be reasons why they don't do so much at MSG anymore. It's probably much easier to run Barclays, location-wise, cost, all that stuff. But still, just the history of the Garden, man. Like, it would be cool if WWE, even though it's, like, expensive to run, you know, and it might be a pain in the ass. You don't think going to Saudi Arabia is not a pain in the ass? Or Australia or something? So, just suck it up and do it once a year. Give MSG one pay-per-view per year. They should do an annual Madison Square Garden pay-per-view. And name it something. And turn it, you know, and turn it back into the Big Five. You know, just as a... Just honoring the history of the business there, and, you know, that was basically Vince's dad's house. And even though it's all expensive and shit, you got networks and countries giving you billions of dollars. Just spring for the extra fucking cheese on your burger and run a show at MSG once a year. How's it going to hurt them, like, financially? Just to do it once. Just pay for it. God damn. Like, I don't ever want to hear Vince McMahon or WWE talk about how expensive something is. Go fuck off. When have they ever cared about sparing expense? Look at the WrestleMania sets they put together. If you're gonna spend the money to put a giant goddamn Statue of Liberty on top of your WrestleMania set, then go to Madison Square Garden. What's the difference? Or Saturday Night's Main Event once a year at the Garden. I'd be into that. I'm not sure if they ever ran a Madison, or excuse me, Saturday Night's Main Event from the Garden. Because they didn't often advertise the venues back then, because they were always taped way in advance. So a lot of times, no, they would mention the venue, but I can't remember any in the Garden. Yeah, Ring of Honor's running a show in the Garden. What the fuck? What's wrong with these guys? What's wrong with WWE? All right, get out of here, dude. You're driving me crazy.
We are live on Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Wells Fargo Center with the Hall of
Here comes fucking Super MILF. What's going on, Trish? Always good to see you. I'll never complain about ever looking at Trish Stratus or seeing her on TV. She's gonna be hot when she's 70. She's gonna be fucking Sophia Loren. You watch. And good old Miss Congeniality. Always good to see you too. What is I thought Lita's shirt said Eminem. I think it says feminist or something. I thought it said Eminem. I'm like, that's random as hell. No, I wasn't expecting Lita and Trish to wrestle tonight. I think the whole attraction of them being at Evolution is to see them in the ring again for the first time in years. I don't think you're going to give it away on Raw before. I know, Rob. It's like the 5th time you've said that. You're probably the only person in the world that thinks I look like James Ellsworth. At least I look like somebody, you blank bitch with your fucking blue background and your no neck. And your torso and round head with no face. I'd rather look like James Ellsworth than a half-drawn South Park character. I thought I said Eminem. Like, why's she wearing an Eminem shirt?
First ever all-women's pay-per-view, WWE Evolution. And Trish, you know that we are just...
Oh yeah, what a surprise. We're getting Alexa and Mickey out there. Hey, remember what happened last week? Let's just do it again. Mickey, your outfit is hilarious. Very golden.
I got this. You know, future Hall of Famer and present Hall of Famer. You know, I feel like we're on the same wavelength. You know, we just get each other. So I totally know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, Trish, what are we gonna do? What have we gotten ourselves into? We're gonna be humiliated at WWE Evolution. I mean, how am I gonna compete with the goddess of WWE? I mean, she's just gonna run circles."
Mickey James should turn face and join up with their fellow Cougars to beat this little bitch's ass.
Oh my god. I mean, judging by the look on
Like,
your
you would think in this situation they would make it a 6-woman and put Mickey in there with Trish and Lita and have like the old generation versus like the new generation and make it a 6-woman with Mickey, Trish and Lita against Alexa and 2 other bitches.
anyone knows Trish.
And the Bellas or something, I don't know.
Mickey James has always been far superior to me. I mean, I don't know how she continues to elevate her talents every single night.
How do you do it, Mickey?
At Evolution, she's finally going to put an end to stratisfaction. Look, I'm doing the lips.
Mickey.
I nailed it.
I mean, Mickey, you do Trish better than Trish does Trish. I mean, you forgot the point, though.
What's the point?
You know, that weird point thing she does. I mean,
Thanks for the super chat, Barry. I have most of them. I got a lot of the early ones.
Like that.
I actually was home, I'll never forget, in 97, their very first pay-per-view. I taped it, I had to work. I set my VCR and ordered it off pay-per-view and kept my fingers crossed that it would fucking work. Because pay-per-view was different back then. And I got home right at the beginning of like the 6-man match with the Japanese guys. And it was either first or second match. And I walked right in the door because I left my TV on all day and it was working and it was recording. And that's the version that I have of Barely Legal. And then I have a good amount of them from 97, 98, and 99. But I'm not sure if I have all of them. I gotta look.
it's fleeting.
You'll be having them soon once I get the new hard drive set up and everything.
Top women on the
I'll send you all that shit.
Evolution is going to be
Alexa, are you talking?
Alexa and I compete every single night all over the world. This is gonna be so easy.
I know. So why don't you guys just go home, dig through your closets, dust off that old box that says wrestling gear.
I mean, if you can find it, I'm sure it's way in the back. Way in the back.
Way back there.
But
Rousey and the Bellas did better.
just get up off the couch with no warm up, no practice, and step in with the likes of us, honey. You're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, right. It hasn't been that long since their gear has been used. I think it's been this fucking year, right?
Thank you very much. Are you guys serious right now? At Evolution, we as women have a chance to make history. And you're out here.
Catherine, you're out of here already? All right, I'll tell Elias you stopped by. Have a good night.
You two can make your careers off of beating two Hall of Famers. You're up there talking about practice?
Is she doing an Iverson? Are they in Philly?
Change the game for women in this sport, and y'all talking about practice.
Not the pay-per-view. No, not the pay-per-view.
Not the match. Oh, not the match. But practice.
I think the writers think that's going to be funnier than the crowd thinks it is. They got to be in Philly. Which means I've been in that building before. How about that?
You know, I think that might be right.
You have to look at my ECW collection, but even if I don't, the one I have the ones with the RVD and Jerry Lynn matches. I'm pretty sure I do.
Practice makes perfect.
Um,
We probably do.
anything else, I guess I can watch on the network. So
Practice. I think they're right. We do need some practice.
Yeah, let's have some practice right now.
nice Eminem shirt. I mean, feminist shirt.
Oh, you want to go?
That's serious. They took their jackets off.
Well, you know what, ladies? We practice how we play.
Alexa and Nikki look ready to go. Perhaps Evolution comes early here tonight.
They're not gonna fight. They fought last week. They don't do it 2 weeks in a row. See, look, they're leaving.
It looks like we're going to have to wait for a week from Sunday, October 28th, streaming live on the WWE Network. When Lita and Trish return to the ring to take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James in the first ever all-women's pay-per-view event, Evolution.
Yeah, Raw is in Philly, huh? I guess that explains the Iverson jokes. Bailey ran into the riot squad.
Bailey, quick! Someone save me before I get hurt. I'm sorry that I can't save you because the sight of Bailey's smile makes me want to vomit. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever has to
It's like Mean Girls. It's so fucking funny.
her Sasha, her little team B&B buddy Finn Balor. The only power Bailey possesses is the speed at which she runs away from sight.
I like Ruby's hair that color. Looks good on her. Dude in the background's like, what's going on there? Now we got Natalia and Ruby Riott up next. All right. Or tonight. I hope Ruby wins. God, I can't believe we're getting the six-man rematch again in the main event. They just can't figure out what to do. This show sucks tonight. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting us to see, like, a whole lot, you know, tonight. We still got a good audience in here. Really crappy likes, though. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Hook me up with 200. I'd appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, too. Got a pretty good chunk of subscribers in here tonight, but we always need more, so we're on the march to 25K. Hoping to be there soon. bring out Alundra Blaze to help him win at Evolution. I don't know if they... I would be fine with seeing her come in. I mean, how did they induct her into the Hall of Fame? Did they induct her as Alundra Blaze? Or did they induct her as Medusa? Or is her name? Alundra Blaze. I can't even imagine her showing up or doing anything, but she could. I wouldn't be opposed to just seeing her make an appearance, but she's done a couple of things before. Wasn't she on a kickoff show not long ago? And she didn't know who anybody was? And she talked like she was completely clueless? Like they might not want to bring her back to do anything. She had some sort... Wasn't she having an issue with JBL? What show was that? It was really bad. I remember thinking when I was watching it, I'm like, we're never going to see Alundra Blaze back on WWE TV again, because that was a fucking disaster. Yeah, I mean, I figured they put her in with her WWE name just like they did Razor Ramon and shit, but I wasn't sure if they were going to call her Medusa or, I don't even know what her real name is. Deborah, I think. Deborah? I think it's Deborah. That's a good match, Ben Lincoln's. I'd pay to see that one. Nikki Cross and AJ Lee. Still don't know what the word is. Wasn't there some sort of a story that WWE did reach out to her about appearing at Evolution? If she was going to come in, I think she would make a really awesome surprise. AJ Lee is somebody that I would not advertise if they landed her, because her coming back in, even if it's just for an appearance, if she does a run-in or something like that, not only is that going to be surprising and awesome for the fans to see happen, but it's also, after the fact, going to get everybody's brain turning about CM Punk. Which, even if CM Punk's not coming back in, you know, WWE might enjoy the buzz surrounding it. Oh, CM Punk coming back. Oh yeah, Deborah Maselli. I knew that. Yeah, Awesome Kong versus Nia Jax. I remember it was awesome because there's like 3 or 4. It was Awesome Kong, Marcus Corvon, and a couple other people that I just wish got a better chance. Alright, so that's clearly not Kurt Angle in the ring. So, Kurt's going to find a way to win here because he's got an imposter dressed in a conquistador outfit. That's not him. So then the Authors of Pagan are going to come down here, and then Kurt's going to either not show up at all for the match, which would be awesome, or he's going to show up and sneak attack. But if I was Kurt, I'd be sitting back in my Hawaiian shirt, drinking a Capri Sun with my hat on, while this jobber that I paid to take my place gets his ass kicked. Lost my train of thought what I was talking about a minute ago. Every time they say no laughing matter, I think of I think that was the finisher of Hugh Morris. That's what he called it. No laughing matter. This guy is clearly not Kurt Angle. Doesn't even look anything like him. I don't care if he's doing that little thing or not. Doesn't look like him. I'm dying to know who's playing the Conquistador. We'll find that out tomorrow on the dirt sheets. Yeah, right? Then Baron Corbin's such a dumbass. That's why you work at Applebee's. He's in there, yeah, Kurt Angle's getting his ass kicked. Doesn't even cross his dumb, empty, brainless fucking head one time that it might be somebody else in that yellow jumpsuit. Nope, totally Kurt Angle. Getting killed. Taking bumps like a 20-year-old. No, that's Kurt Angle. No problem. It could be Eric Angle, you're right. Eric Angle was the best. The faces he would make and shit. Doesn't Kurt Angle and Dolph Ziggler, don't they both have brothers that, like, have gotten into some shit? Oh, now it's gonna finally dawn on you dumb shits that this guy's not Kurt Angle? Look at him. Angle. Ooh. God, he had to land on his back like that. He angle slammed Baron Corbin on the stage wearing his fucking Hawaiian shirt, tap out shorts, and sneakers. That's why Kurt's awesome. And he's dancing. He looks like my fucking grandpa on a senior's cruise. He comes out there and beats up Baron Corbin. Oh my god. Wow, we were all fooled. Where are the Bella Twins? And they're oh, the Riot Squad. Oh, that'll teach. Yeah, that's really gonna teach Natalya a lesson. Squirt mustard on her locker room door, because she's the one that obviously has to clean that up, not the crew or the people in charge. Nope, Natalya, go get your paper towels. Why even put that on TV? Hey, watch us squirt mustard on the door. That's really gonna mess with Natalya's head. Yo, man, who squirted mustard on my door? Squirt mustard in her suitcase. Or, I don't know, take a shit in her suitcase. What's Waltman up to these days? Somebody ring him up. Y'all let me know how that is, okay? Real Country is a competition to find the next greatest country music star out there. And I guarantee you their song is going to be about love, or romance, or relationships, or a boyfriend, or a girlfriend. And probably a pickup truck, too. I'll watch Total Divas before I'll watch this. I will binge watch the entire series of Total Divas 4 times in a row before I'll watch one episode of Real Country. Oh, and it's on USA too, even better. Which means extra commercials just for us. I mean, I'm thinking we're going to get Kurt and Corbin matches at Survivor Series. Team Kurt, Team Corbin. Fucking with the outfit that Kurt Angle's wearing. It could be Team Applebee's versus Team, I don't know, whatever restaurant chains wears outfits like that. Yeah, let me be clear. I'm not saying country music sucks. I'm saying country music sucks to me. It clearly doesn't suck if it has millions and millions of fans and has huge stars. I just hate the type of music. I don't have very much artistic respect for it, other than like the great singing voices that you hear and stuff like that, and the talent and stuff. But as far as like the songwriting, absolutely not. Get that shit away from me. CM Punk is not returning. Are you sure? I would have sworn he'd be back.
Once you start smoking, the consequences will find you. Cigarettes may leave you with stained teeth.
God, these commercials, man. I hate the one where he goes into this anti-smoking commercial and he goes into the convenience store to buy something or cigarettes, and then he has to pliers out one of his teeth. I'm like, damn, it's graphic. I'm like, you gotta take it that far? Jesus. Alex Riley. I forgot about Alex Riley. He seemed like an unlikable guy. I feel like he got a raw deal. Some of the shit that Cena did to him and stuff, but there's been some other things that he's said and done. He just seems super aggressive. I don't like him. He's probably roided up. What's up, Liv? How you feeling there, kid? How's your brain feeling? Stop screaming at me. Why's Natalya got the mic? Is she bringing out friends? God, her outfits are just out of control. See, all you would have to do is dress Natalya like Alexa Bliss. She's got the pink hair, the black leather jacket. That's all you need. Not this fucking shit she's wearing.
Yeah, I don't think so, Ruby. But I am coming to the ring, and I'm bringing backup.
Oh, Bailey again. What's Bailey gonna do? Hug him to death? There's gotta be one more. What's Sasha doing?
I'm not done yet. Ruby.
Natalya, are you actually thinking that this is surprising any of us?
That would help us even the odds.
Who do you guys think she's talking about? First Bailey, who else? Who do you think it's gonna be? Sasha Banks? I can't believe we're seeing Sasha Banks on Monday Night Raw. It's like I'm shocked, speechless. I mean, when I tuned into Monday Night Raw tonight, the last thing in the world I thought I was going to see was Natalya and Bailey and Sasha Banks. I did not think I would see them on the show. I mean, I thought they worked like Brock Lesnar schedules. I didn't think they would even be out there. It's surprising. Look at the fans are going crazy. Never seen them mark out so hard. Like, I did not see that coming. Like, first when she announces Bailey, I'm like, oh my god, and then they surprise us with Sasha. This is why WWE's so great. Wow. It's probably the best Raw I've ever seen. God, Sasha Banks. Wow. Whew. I gotta relax. I gotta take a deep breath here. I'm overwhelmed by the shock. Bailey and Sasha. Man. Didn't see that coming.
Who says she will soon be a Raw Women's Champion. Here's the cover by Riot on a former champ Natalya to kick out. I completely agree with Ruby Riot. I love everything about
Good to see you back, Sasha. So shocked. Where were you gone? 3 weeks?
They gotta feel good about what's happening everywhere. I mean, the Bella twins turning on
Thank you, Alex. A month? Okay. I was thinking it was like 3 weeks or so. So a whole month? Wow. Man. But like, Natalya's on the mic talking like she's about to surprise the universe or something. I'm like, no shit, it's Sasha. Fucking what the fuck? Even the crowd was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, I think I'll go get some nachos while I got some time. Yeah, I was overwhelmed. Whenever I get overwhelmed, in order to make myself feel better, I usually eat some Wheat Thins. They're really good. Wheat Thins, you should try them. If you ever get overwhelmed.
the WWE's version of Hocus Pocus.
I have not heard them say best in the world yet. Why is there? Has that been happening tonight? Who are they referring to? Who's the best in the world? Besides me. There can't be two of us. CM Punk is not the best in the world anymore. You can't be retired for 5 years and say you're the best in the world.
Natalya's undoubtedly the locker room leader right now.
She knows that this is a huge opportunity for
Yeah, maybe, Barry. I'll take a look at it and see if it's mic drop worthy.
Well, I don't think Ruby Riott would agree that Natalia was the locker room leader as she's deemed her Renee.
I think she is. Natalia's the queen of hearts. She is one of the people as well that really has led the women's evolution. Is not getting any love for that.
Listen, Renee, just because you choose to drink the Kool-Aid Natalia feeds you doesn't mean everybody does. Natalia dumps Ruby Riott over the top rope and buys herself some time to regroup here.
This is a match we don't need a commercial break in, but I have a feeling we're going to get it.
Can't deny the bond of the Riot Squad, though.
It's a cohesive unit. All for one, one for all, like the Three Musketeers, but way more punk rock. And Natalia just being punished here by Riot. Unity through mutiny.
You know, the funny thing about Punk, though, is like all the wrestling fans are, they chant his name. They mention in every, she's going to tap her out with, oh, there's the, what's up, Sarah? Good chop block, girl. Oh, Jesus. Sasha took an early bump. So is Sasha Wonder Woman and Bailey is, who's Bailey's superhero? She's Captain somebody. Natalia's going to get beat up by the whole squad here.
And now the Riot Squad looking to take apart Natalia.
Come on, they've already done this to her once before.
Well, I think they're about to do it again.
Ouch. So let me guess. Is Sasha good to go? She's taking bumps and fighting here. If she's cleared, I guess 6-woman match next week on Raw. Unless Teddy Long comes out and makes it happen right now. Backstabber into a belly to Bailey or Bailey to belly.
Take back everything you said about Sasha Banks. Never. I'll take it to my grave.
How long is Sasha's fucking hair? Jesus.
German suplex to Ruby Riott. And Natalia, Sasha, and Bailey standing tall.
All right, well, Natalia almost had Ruby tapped out there, and then she ended up getting DQ'd. Great. So we know what's going to happen next week. All right, Natalia, if you're selling that leg, remember what happened last time. You wrapped up the wrong fucking one, so don't sell the next one tomorrow. Or next week. There's Elias. Selecting his guitar pick. Nice. Is there one with a GoodMicWork logo on it? Yeah, that one right there in the middle, dude. Grab it. He doesn't have a green one? Get this fucking shit out of my face. Give me a green pick. Like that. Yeah. Fucking dumbass production guy. Like, you're gonna bring Elias a bunch of picks? No green one? The nerve of motherfuckers.
We made it to another Halloween without getting eaten. This year was a close one.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Ooh, you feel that chill?
I don't feel anything.
Who won the AOP Angle match? Spencer. AOP did. But it wasn't Kurt Angle in the Conquistador costume. It was the guy that sings the Rickroll song. It was him. Rick Ashley. That's who it was. Under the mask. Really bizarre. Still trying to get my TV to work. I don't think it's the TV's problem. I think it's the Roku that's plugged into it. TV turns on, but as soon as I try to pull up the ESPN, it shuts off. I don't know.
Play new content first on PS4.
That's an interesting update, Ungovernable. Austin Aries' contract expired last night, according to producer Petey Williams. Because he did, he walked out of the main event after losing and flipped off everybody. And to me, I just that's a work. Looks like it worked to me. Either that or it's a very well done work to where they want to convince everybody that's a shoot. I mean, the only way you're going to be able to pull the wool over the fans' eyes these days is to try to do something like that, where everything has to fit together. Okay, my contract's got to be up the same day because the fans are going to hear about it. you know, I gotta lose. You know, there's got to be something else going on online or whatever his situation is, and then you do the, and then you make it shoot, 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 and then you work at the very end. You know, so the whole damn thing winds up looking like a shoot. But I still don't know. But that's interesting though, because that gives it more. That's more evidence to that it actually is a shoot. I just kind of thought it would be a work. Kyle, I don't remember my first match that I ever witnessed on TV, but I remember my first memory of a wrestling match, and that was Billy Graham and Dusty Rhodes, from when Dusty was briefly did a couple matches for Vince Sr., and I ended up seeing pictures in magazines and stuff, and that was kind of like my first flashbulb. I don't recall like actually seeing it on TV, like what my first match would have been. I actually don't know, but I know Dusty and Graham were my first memory.
Give it a try with 500 standard business cards starting at just $9.99 when you use code BP500 at Vistaprint.com.
That's a, oh my God, Jamie. Home run hitting contest, a softball home run hitting contest between Sid and Braun. How about Sid versus Braun's dad? Because Braun's dad was like all-star softball player, and Sid was like softball master. That'd be good. I think Braun's dad was still better because he was like winning championships and shit. Where Sid, I think it was more of a hobby. But it'd be fun to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
So who's interrupting Elias tonight? What's going on, Marcellus? How are you? Hello to everybody, by the way, kind of tuning in for the first time tonight. Was not looking too forward to tonight's Raw. Was not expecting to see anything too great, and so far we really haven't. It's been okay, but nothing great. Kind of a predictable type of feel to Raw type of thing. Nice. Get it. Get you some, Elias. What asshole's gonna interrupt him? The ideal guy to interrupt Elias would be Paul Heyman. They're in Philly, right? You went to lunch with Carson Wentz. That's great. Owen in 2019? Yeah, we'll see. I can't even discuss that until we hear, like, rumors or it's announced. Like, otherwise, I just don't know. Did y'all see that picture of Oj? Jesus Christ. I retweeted it. It was, like, from his Instagram page. He looks exactly like Owen. He's jacked as hell, too. I haven't seen a picture of that kid since he was probably 12 years old or 13 years old. Now he's 20-something. It was eerie looking at him. He had sunglasses on and just his face, it was just very much like Owen. I almost questioned if it was even really his kid, but pretty sure it is. It's almost just eerie to look at, man. I mean, Martha probably kept him so sheltered. Even though he's in great shape, I seriously doubt he would be a wrestler. But I would like to see what he could do. Alright, Apollo. Look at the crowd doing nothing.
What are you doing? Easy, my bad, Elias. I just thought I'd come out here and interrupt you since so many people do it. I just kind of, I figured it was my turn, you know? Oh. Okay, yeah.
You know, they could turn fucking Cruz heel and put him with Leo and Lashley. Just 3 bald dudes kicking ass. Or 2 bald dudes kicking ass with one guy talking shit.
Your career is in my hands. Let me tell you something, Apollo. Tonight is not the night that Elias makes a star out of you. So just get okay. I get it. I see what you're saying. You're right. You know, I'm not like you. I mean,
A guy like Apollo, too, like, he's so athletically gifted. And when you have, like, talents of that level, it just seems like you need to strike while the iron is hot on those guys. Because they're not always going to have that. They're going to age. Their bodies are going to break down. And it's like you should showcase them when they're at their best, you know? And Apollo is... they're ridiculous. But again, like so many others, he ain't connecting at all with anybody. I think the Titus Worldwide thing was to get him some TV time, some TV match experience, all that. Now he's ready to do something, but...
you being taken serious as a musician, right? I got some too.
this is one of those situations where you got the heel who's more over than the babyface. It's like when Lashley's trying to work with Owens. Same thing.
So many people pass me by, including you. And straight up, I'm sick of it.
I wouldn't mind a double turn here either. Start off with a little feud here between Apollo and Elias, and then flip them at the end. And then you got Elias and Owens as baby faces versus Lashley and Apollo as heels. There you go. It'd be better than this shit that they're doing right now. That's an idea. Somebody called WWE. God, look how strong this bastard is. And he still lifted him up. I mean, you can look at this 2 ways. I mean, Apollo interrupts Elias, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, Apollo. But at the same time, if you're going to use the guy and you want to start doing something with him, you got to start somewhere. So you have to bring him out somewhere. So this is where they chose to debut him, or not debut him, but to give him some TV time and some exposure. But I just don't think it's a good idea when you take a babyface that is not over at all, not connecting, gets no reaction from the audience, and you put him in there with a heel that gets a ton of reaction from the audience. Put him there with a different heel. Like, you could have picked a whole bunch of different guys other than Elias. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. You know, what's wrong with just having Apollo go out there and win a couple of matches on TV against some heels? Have him beat Bobby Roode, and then next week he beats Ziggler or something. I don't know. Next thing you know, 4 or 5 weeks in a row go by. He's winning matches on Raw. Doesn't have to have to say anything. Doesn't have to have a promo. Maybe one. He just wins a few matches. That's it. Does some impressive things in the ring. Gets the fans talking. Let it build and boil and bubble and give him a couple of mid-card programs. And then bam, next thing you know, 4 months, IC title shot. You know, just fuck. But instead they're like, no, we're going to come out there and have him cut a promo. I think he's better on the mic than Lashley, but I still don't think he's that great. Cena just nailed... Cena, did you fly all the way over here from China just to hit him with a chair? Why the fuck are you living over there anyway? What's wrong with him?
Where's your chemistry? Go find it. We can do this. We can do this.
Don't you wish we all had the power to move to another country if you break up with your fucking woman? I'm gonna move to China. Get the fuck away from her. Oh god. Sheamus with the yellow.
You're on Crickus. I've been vaping, but it's safer than smoking.
You know, one Joe pod contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes.
My god, these kids today, they're everywhere in San Diego. These fucking punks in high school and these jewels. These little USB smoking things. These little fucking punks. Like these tobacco companies targeting these idiots. I mean, I almost wish we had that back in the day. I was never a smoker anyway, but it's like the first thing you can get your hands on, usually, you know, when you're getting older and you're becoming a teenager, usually the first illegal thing that you're not old enough to have that you can get is cigarettes. That usually comes before alcohol. That's why so many kids get addicted and hooked on cigarettes by the time they're 20, because they started smoking when they're 15. Because it's the first thing they can fucking get to be rebellious. You know? And now it's this shit. I've seen so many like 16 and 17-year-old girls just puffing away on them, thinking they're so cool. I'm like, all right, y'all gonna be the one with fucking lung cancer when you're 30. Speaking of which. Ah, Keith Lee and Apollo Crews, that would be fun. How's he doing? How many matches has he won in NXT? Like 3?
I mean, with Progressive, you can quote
I know he's had a couple.
just about any device, even on social media. It'll be fine.
Oh, good. Now the TV's randomly back on again, but it's not on. Let's try this. I'm wondering if it needed to cool off.
From the new crispy chicken tenders, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or the spicy crispy chicken, or the flame grilled popper.
Nope, it ain't working. Probably just needs to be rebooted. Oh, there we go.
Only a Burger King.
Jesus, what the hell's wrong with this thing?
The familiar. Neither one of these will ever give you a new perspective on things, or make your heart skip a beat.
Yeah, I was lucky. I never started smoking at a young age because I remember we got our hands on cigarettes down nice, or down east, about the same age. It was like 14. Oh, there, TV's working now. I was about 14, and I remember me and my friend, we tried to smoke them, and I just hated it. I was like, ugh, it's fucking horrible. You know? I wanted nothing to do with them. I didn't care how cool I looked. I didn't want to smoke. And by the time I got to high school, man, playing sports and stuff, your coach does not want to see you smoking. Probably the last thing I fucking needed. So I remember, like, trying it at 14 or 15, and hating it, and then deciding to drink beer instead. When I played baseball, I tried to do a little of the chewing tobacco. Hated that. Hated that worse. One time it like made me sick. Like, oh my god, this is awful. But then beer came into my life. I'm like, GoodMicWork Kavanaugh. I love beer. It's all I drink. Oh, I got SmackDown on, or I got Raw on both TVs now. I'm gonna get back to that game. I'm wondering if that little Roku, because when I was fucking around behind my TV a couple weeks ago, I had touched it, and it was super hot. It plugs in just to the USB, or into the HDMI, or wherever. USB, I think, behind the TV. And it was really hot, so I'm wondering if it, like, overheated and shut down. Alright, let's put the game back on. Yeah, the chew, I think I only tried, but all my friends would dip. And it wasn't the shit that was already in the pouch. I mean, you had to take it and put it in there, you know? And as a baseball player, you know, you had to try it, but I was like, nope, done. I think I tried it one time. Next, you know, after that, it was sunflower seeds forever. Yeah, Brittany, I already talked about that. They definitely are. And they definitely did in Australia. And they probably will in Saudi Arabia, too. Man, I can't believe we're getting this match again. I guess they're planning on this match being somewhat long because it's only quarter till the top of the hour. Ah, Chris, thank you for that super chat. One of those shows I am in the process of putting together a review for. I have a date written down for that. It's going to be November 10th is the day that that's coming out. Brett and Nash or Austin and Brett? 95 or 96, better Survivor Series match. God. Better match? Austin Brett is a better match. They're both good matches, though. I really enjoyed Diesel and Brett. But, better in-ring match was definitely Austin Brett. That was a fucking dream match, man. That was classic. I'm gonna go grab another fresh one. Be right back.
Championship against Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman in a triple threat match, which means there's no champion's advantage. First man to gain pinfall or submission becomes the champion. That means if Braun Strowman pinned Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns would still lose the title.
Roman Reigns right now needs to focus on keeping the Shield together. The cracks are showing.
Great point, Renee. We saw Roman trying to play peacekeeper.
One more.
With the issues that have developed between Rollins and Ambrose. One thing, though, Corey, we've learned about the Shield over the years for the most part. When push comes to shove, they have each other's backs. Generally,
I don't know about that, Michael Cole.
every statement is such. I would like to compliment acting general manager Baron Corbin for making this matchup. I sent him a text a few minutes ago, and he said, "Of course I did. I need to get to the bottom. I need to get to the scoop. I'm a journalist, young."
We got San Fran up 30 to 23 on Green Bay. Jesus.
Baron Corbin would hate for the Shield to disintegrate under. Wait a minute. Did you really?
Green Bay's threatening to score here and tie it up. Jesus. Pretty good game.
Not only is he the boss, he's my friend. Because Baron Corbin is an opportunist. He's a manipulator. He realizes that the Shield has shown cracks tonight, and perhaps he can finally split this group forever in this match. Start this match and show me.
I want to see you carry your weight. So they're still pissed at Ziggler.
And again, the Shield, not the only team with issues. Braun Strowman apparently forcing Ziggler to start this matchup, which I got to question that strategy. Again, Braun is going to be the freshest of all three competitors on his team. Yeah, but Dolph Ziggler was victorious earlier tonight. It doesn't matter. He still had a grueling battle with Dean Ambrose. He certainly
Looks really dark on the thing here. Trying to brighten it up.
I do this all day. All day long. Much like last week in the main event, a lot of trash talking going on amongst teammates Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre.
I actually talked to Dolph Ziggler earlier about being called the weakest link. What's going on over in Camp Strowman over there? He said he just wants everybody to.
Yeah, Green Bay isn't solid, but they're not.
He's the most successful of any of them.
I mean, you got a pretty good quarterback who's running right now. He just fell short. They got a first down and like inside the one, or they got to get to inside the one to get a first down. Welcome to the stream, Eamon. You're from Nepal. This stream is live from San Diego, California, and we got people from everywhere around here, all over the states, all over the world.
This is like couples therapy in the Shield, but it's a trio.
So Braun Strowman just screamed at that referee. Isn't that the referee? Isn't that Nicholas's dad? Yo, Strowman, go easy, man. Yeah, I do work in this wrestling. They wanted me at Raw tonight, but it's in my contract where I can decline showing up because I told him I had to do the stream for the YouTube channel. So Vince was like, "I'm gonna need you at Raw," and I'm like, "I can't. I got to do the live Raw stream." So he let me have the night off to hang out with you guys.
Well, America deserves better. At Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, choose from a variety of full-flavored all-star meals starting at $5. Get a real meal. Paid for by Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
I mean, this certainly does feel like it's just a... Well, what do we do this week on Raw? Well, what can we do? You know, we got Crown Jewel, we're hyping that, and let's just do another six-man match again. Who's injured right now on the Raw roster? We have Owens and Sammy both out. Or Owens going to be out for a little while, I guess. And no Sammy. It feels like there's somebody else. We got no Brock right now. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I mean, we only got the video package, or the promo, I'm sorry, with Shawn Michaels, or with Undertaker and Kane on Shawn and Triple H. Got a 3-hour Raw to fill every week. Can only do so much, I guess. I still can't see Dean turning tonight. I just can't see it. I mean, it is the main event. Maybe you do it here. I just kind of thought they would do it a little further down the road than this.
Still very much out of our minds.
Denny's $5.99 Super Slam upgrade to new pumpkin pancakes.
Yeah, I was actually hoping for more from the Raiders. You know, Gruden's back, but they're in a weird situation too. Like, can you imagine? Like, I don't know what people in Oakland do. You have to go to the arena or go to the stadium every week and root for your team that you know isn't going to be there next year. That would just be hard for me. I went through a similar thing here with the Chargers, but nothing was set in stone with the Chargers. You didn't really truly know until sometime during the offseason that they were leaving and going to LA, even though the writing was kind of on the wall. But it still wasn't official. You know, the Raiders are gone. They're going to be in Vegas. So, like, what do you do as a fan? Like, do you even, like, would you even care? I don't know.
I'm thinking about switching.
Well, that's smart.
I'm also thinking about taking that.
Oh yeah, Jason Jordan is another guy. I'm worried about him. And who said it? Just Spencer. I know the injury. There has been some talk that he might be forced out of the ring because of this, and that would just be a shame. He's so fucking young. But that's the type of shit that happens. At least WWE is giving these guys opportunities. Same thing happened to Corey Graves. He's now got a job for life with the commentary team. That's a situation you might not have seen in the 90s if that same thing happened. You get a young up-and-coming undercard guy or mid-card guy, gets a career-ending injury. Yeah, that's probably it for him. They might not be able to give him an opportunity somewhere else to do something else. Where now they're able to do that, and there was even talk of Jordan working behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know if the guy has enough experience to be an agent, but they might want to give him a role backstage. Well, that's what I'm saying, Jake, is that we're in a situation now where Jason doesn't necessarily have to go work at McDonald's, because he does work for a company that usually tries to figure something out for you if something doesn't work out in a lot of cases. So I'd hate for him to have to retire that young, man. That's just a shame. Same with Paige. Look at Paige. How old is Paige? 26 or something? Poor girl has to retire, and she's a GM. So McDonald's is not always the answer. If your career, if your in-ring career doesn't work out, WWE seems to be into helping people out. Yeah, by the way, for those of you tuning in, we're on the main event right now, Monday Night Raw. We've got The Shield taking on Strowman, Ziggler, and Dolph. or Strowman, Ziggler, and Drew. Again. Yeah, Webby, I'm bald, and your mom loves it. She cannot keep her hands off of this glistening dome. Constantly asking for more. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Brittany. We got SmackDown 1000 going head-to-head with opening night of the NBA. Are the fans chanting Roman? No, your TV's glitching. Call your local cable company and ask them what's wrong. Tag me in. Best commentary team ever is Monsoon and Heenan. I think I like Jesse and Vince too. I liked them all. I liked all the combinations. Monsoon Ventura was good. They did all the Manias for so many years. But to me, nothing beats Heenan and Monsoon. So both teams are having problems with each other. Tell you what, if you ever want to fucking laugh hysterically and half cry all at the same time, just go back and watch Bobby Heenan's induction speech at the Hall of Fame. Fucking the best one ever. Fucking great. I miss those days of the Hall of Fame being in a more intimate venue. I have no idea for the life of me why they put it in a big arena now. I guess just to sell tickets. But the fans are dicks, and they don't know how to fucking act. But I like the old Slammy Awards setup too, you know, from like 96, 97, and the early 80s. They just did it in like a banquet hall or something. And everybody sat down and had dinner. I want the Hall of Fame to be like that. I want the Slammy Awards to be like that. That'd be so much better. Yeah, Daniel, it's yeah, it's back on. My streaming service, though, there's some commercials that won't play, so sometimes it just has a screen up that says, "We'll be right back." Yeah, game's back on now. I don't know what was going on with my TV. I have a feeling my my plug-in device in the back was overheating, because it wouldn't do anything. TV is only 2 years old. Should be fine. Bartlett. Rob Bartlett? Yeah, he was pretty awful, but he was so short-lived. You know, he didn't even have a cup of coffee in wrestling. He had a half a cup of coffee. He's virtually non-existent. He's just in some of those early Raws, which puts his name kind of in the record books a little bit. But yeah, he didn't. He's not even worth discussing. He sucked. Better heel commentator, Callis or Graves. I will say this: they're both equally annoying. They both have really good sides. I'm going Graves. I don't like Callis on commentary, to be honest. I don't think he's bad. I was always fine with him working with Kevin Kelly on the New Japan shows and stuff, but something about it, something about his style I don't like. So I'm gonna go Graves on that one. All right. God, it's only top of the hour now. Man, there was a couple of times, Jay, a lot of times on those old Coliseum videos and stuff where they would let Lord Alfred Hayes call a match. I'm so happy that poor Alfred is not alive to be here in front of this audience. The fucking criticism that he would get from everybody. the modern wrestling fan would not like Lord Alfred Hayes at all. They would give him so much shit. They would make fun of him. They'd be cruel. They'd want him fired. Yeah. Alfred was something else. Even in interviews, just he sometimes he just couldn't get it together. He was so funny. But I'm never gonna diss Alfred, man. He was a fucking big part of my childhood. But when he would call matches, oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. Like that's botchamania material for days. Favorite call by commentary. I know what my one for Heenan is. Heenan's easy. When Sean kicked Marty and threw him through the barbershop window, and Heenan goes, he tried to jump through the window to escape. So that's my favorite Heenan call. I'm not sure about favorite McMahon call. I'd have to think about that. What? He tried a dirty deed, Seth? Oh, Dean's gonna get pinned twice in one night? I hope so. No, he's kicking out. All right.
I think Ambrose has enough rage in him right now to finish the job himself.
I beg to differ. He's face down. Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre are running the show. Now McIntyre telling Ziggler.
Man, there's a part of me that misses. I mean, I know a lot of people make fun of Vince. I miss Vince on play-by-play. It's been over 20 years. He has not announced in 21 years. This month, it is literally the 21-year anniversary of him not calling WWE. The last time he ever called a WWE show, like regularly, I know he made an appearance, but the last time he was on the commentary team was October 6th in '97, right after Bad Blood. Knight Pillman died. Melanie Pillman was on commentary. Or no, maybe it was later than that. It was after Survivor Series. Maybe Vince wasn't back. I think it was after Survivor Series. Easy, buddy. But yeah, it's been about 21 years now. Unbelievable. But I miss him. He was a little crazy. He went over the top sometimes, but it was his product. He was calling it the way he wanted it to be called. By the way, Dolph's about to eat the triple powerbomb here. After more teasing of the dissension. So Ambrose beat Dean earlier on, and Dean beat Ambrose to close the show. And now they're friends again. Dean Ambrose tried to dirty deed Seth Rollins. So yeah, they're going to drag this out. I'd still like it. I'd still think it would be funny if Dean was like, the whole time reveals to the audience that, yeah, I was just fucking with you guys. And I was just fucking with my Shield buddies too. I was just ribbing them. I never had any desire or any intention of leaving the Shield. I just wanted the fans to think I did. Oh yeah, that was a good one too, Dion, when Heenan was happy that Piper saved Flair and then got pissed 2 seconds later. Heenan, he has too many to fucking list. Fucking classics. So it's only 3 minutes past the hour here. Is this how the show's going off the air? Oh, is Strowman mad? So who's he gonna kill? Ziggler or both of them? How can we get Ziggler and Strowman next week? What did I tell you? Well, I don't think any of this is going to be considered a babyface turn or a heel turn. Oh! Claymore! Nice! Man, this is going to be a feud that we can be likely to see too down the line. Strowman and McIntyre. We just got to get Crown Jewel out of the fucking way. And your main event picture on Raw is going to be Roman, Strowman, Drew, I would think. Lashley, maybe, if they get him involved. And that's like, when you look at that right now, I mean, something might change here, but Roman right now has got 3 big heel guys on the same roster that could potentially challenge for his title with Lashley, Strowman, and Drew. No, Joey, Crown Jewel has not been canceled. They are still, we had 2 more qualifying matches tonight for the World Cup. And they're hyping everything. They hyped the Brothers of Destruction, had a little promo or a little vignette, cutting a promo on DX. And they're going through with the show. Although they're limiting or omitting completely their mention of Saudi Arabia. Which tells me that they're going to do the show no matter what. But they're going to not mention Saudi Arabia too much in case they have to cancel at last minute, move it over here to the States, and still do the whole thing. So, seems to me like WWE internally has a contingency plan in place. Now it's just a wait and see. I don't know. All right, Raw's off the air. Pretty crappy show tonight. Let me do a Twitter poll real quick. See if I can get one up in time. Whoops. How would you grade tonight's Raw? Let's give it A, B, C, there we go. See what you guys think. So you got to grade tonight's Raw. You can give it an A, a B, a C, or cat piss. Those are your options. We'll see what people say there. Yeah, this Raw was a waste of fucking time, Alex. I agree with you. But you know what? That's why we're here. That's why we're up here doing the live streams every week. Because we know Raw's ass. And we know it's going to continue to be ass every single fucking week. So, we stream it, we watch it, we hang out together. I'm getting 2 out of 10 from you guys. A C tonight. I don't know what I'd give this show. I'm probably going to give it a C minus. Maybe an A, because as Jordan says here, the main event was new and fresh. It definitely was. What a great main event. And man, Natalya just shocking the world tonight, bringing out Sasha. You know, I almost pooped my pants. But thank you, Jordan, for the super chat, for the $1.99. I'm going to be up here tomorrow night doing SmackDown as well, so come join me. I'll probably sign off here pretty quick tonight because SmackDown tomorrow is only a 2-hour show, I guess. They're not making it 3 hours, so I'll probably stay up here past SmackDown and talk about the show and review what we saw. And yeah, so tonight, based on what we saw on Raw, there's going to be very little to discuss in any sort of an episode this week. So maybe, since tomorrow night's SmackDown is kind of a big deal, I might do a one-off on Thursday or something, quickly reviewing 1000. And I can get that done pretty quick, and then I can continue working on all the videos that I have coming to the channel in the next few weeks. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. Yeah, right now, cat piss is leading away, 73%. 19% C, 4% B, 4% A. All right. Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, considering what we've seen lately, when you compare this, maybe not to last week, but when you compare this Raw to recent weeks, I definitely think that this was very common, very typical type of night. A lot of times in between shows and in between pay-per-views, you just got to come up with matches to fill time, and that's all they're doing. You know, and I'm certainly not defending. I would never do that. I'm not defending the creative team. Amongst their many problems, you got to remember they also have a full plate. You know, they're booking Super Showdowns and then the regular pay-per-views, and they've got SmackDown 1000s, and they got Evolutions, and they've got Survivor Series, and then you got to start coming up with Royal Rumble plans, which means if you're coming up with Royal Rumble plans, you got to have WrestleMania in mind, you know, and you're going all over the place, and you're doing all these shows, and you're coming up with all this shit on the fly. Then you've got possibilities of shows being canceled or moved, like Crown Jewel, forcing them to have other plans in place. Okay, if this happens, we're going to have to change directions and go this way. So start getting a plan ready for that. You're just spread all over the place. And the answer isn't more writers. The last thing they need is more writers. But the writers that they have not only suck and are lazy, but now they're getting bombarded with this grueling ass schedule where they got to come up with shit, and they have to have creative meetings, and you know, and everybody's got to agree on what direction to go, and it's got to be a fucking headache. You'd have to pay me more money than Brock Lesnar to be a writer for that fucking company. You know, in order to do that to myself mentally, you know, I'm going to need Brock money to do that. Otherwise, go fuck off. New one, I think The Rock. If The Rock is cool and The Rock is nice, he'll do an on-screen. I don't see The Rock being there. I think if he was, considering WWE's ratings problems going on, they would advertise it. I would prefer Rock as a surprise, but if Rock is agreeing to come, I would just think WWE would want to advertise that to help get as much ratings as possible, or the highest rating possible. But I would think that The Rock would at least cut a quick promo. If he's on the set of a movie, go to the bathroom, cut a 45-second long promo on your fucking phone, and text it to Triple H so they can use it on the show. So I think at the very least, we're going to get Rock up on the Tron. It's my guess. Oh yeah, Deluxe Man just says on my poll, you need a didn't watch option. Yeah, I know that. I know some people do that. But I'm not running a poll asking you if you watched or not. If I was going to do that, I would say, did you watch Raw? Yes or no? But I'm wanting basically my poll is getting at people's opinions who did watch Raw. I actually don't see the point of putting a didn't watch option on there because that's not the question I was asking. But it probably does belong there because I think these days most people don't. I did that. I think with one of the last polls I put up, I think I did a didn't watch option, and it was like 60% of the whole thing. I'm like, wow, people are not fucking watching. But I think I should start doing those polls. I'll just, instead of asking people's opinions of Raw, I'll just say, did you even fucking watch it? Yes or no? To me, that would make more sense, but yes, Rob, I do. I've been working for them for many years, but they let me work from home. That's the only way I'm going to do it, because I don't get along with Stephanie. And they refuse to take my advice to change her theme music. I keep telling them how stupid it is, but like, no, we like it. So yeah, we're always button heads. So I just work for my little humble one-bedroom condo out in SoCal. Yeah, the funny thing is like via satellite doesn't even exist. It's a via phone. You know, Rock can just cut it on his iPhone X. You know, send it over. They can use it. It's fucking HD. What else do you need? Fucking low tech. That's right. You see all the talent cutting promos on their phones now. It's crazy. Why are the little kids in this? So sometimes I leave the TV on and they're having this like I don't know, this is Wipeout or some obstacle show. But there's like little kids in there. This girl is hanging with this boy. Oh, he's ahead of her now. Anyway, I should not be watching that. Yeah, Rob, I've met all the wrestlers too. Luke Harper's coming over for dinner in a little while. We're gonna watch. We're gonna cook some dinner, and we're gonna watch The Little Mermaid. Me and Luke Harper. It's gonna be fun. It's kind of a Monday tradition for us. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, American Ninja Warrior. You know, I'm curious, Lee, if we're even going to get Cena. I mean, is Cena going to make this trip all the way back here for SmackDown 1000? Is he even here? Boogeyman, we could probably see. JBL, I'm sure we'll see. But that's one thing I'm worried about tomorrow. That's why I'm wondering why they threw together the Evolution, because Batista, up until recently, apparently wasn't invited to SmackDown 1000 and seemed to be a little bit upset about it. So I'm wondering if WWE started realizing that we've got SmackDown 1000 coming up, and we got nobody for this show except Rey Mysterio. Like, we might need something else. Well, let's call Dave. You know, hey, you want to randomly, for no particular reason whatsoever, reunite Evolution, who was on the Raw brand for SmackDown 1000? Stupid. Why didn't they just bring out Batista by himself? Why even reunite Evolution? Batista was a SmackDown guy all those years. During the time when, like, Eddie Guerrero passed away and stuff. He was done with Evolution. It's fucking stupid. King Booker will probably be there. He's already there, so wouldn't be surprised. Don't think we're going to see Ellsworth, though, considering he showed up last night at Bound for Glory. I don't think we're getting Edge, LB. I think we were going to get Edge, and something happened. Now, I know Beth Phoenix's dad passed away recently, so I don't know if that's keeping him from appearing on the show, but I don't think we're getting Edge tomorrow night either. Taker will be there. So I'm wondering if Undertaker will somehow crash the Evolution party because Triple H is in it. Triple H is currently a member of two factions, which is weird. Actually, three. DX, Evolution, and the Authority. He's everything. Yeah, but if The Undertaker is going to show up there, he was a SmackDown guy too, but the Evolution thing is just so random. I mean, they do the same thing on Raw too. I just reviewed Raw Homecoming not long ago. The link should be up here on the video. But the big Legends segment that they did on that show, virtually all those Legends, with the exception of a couple of them, didn't even compete on Raw. They had Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes and fucking Steve Kern and Tony Gurria. You know, Hillbilly Jim, all these guys that, you know, Hillbilly was a manager on Raw for a while with the Godwins, but he never worked Raw. So just kind of shit they always do. Oh, Edge was advertised tonight? I missed it. Okay, so I guess he's back on. I had seen some story that Edge was removed. Well, if they advertised him tonight, he'll be there. I was thinking whoever said that thought that he was from a while ago. But I saw something about that, and Edge also had to pull out some other appearance that he was set for. I think he was supposed to go to Ireland or something like that and do something, and he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to make the show. I assumed it was because of Beth Phoenix's dad, and I also assumed that was the reason why he wasn't going to be on SmackDown. But good, Edge is there. I had heard originally it was supposed to be a talk show segment, like an Edge. What is it? What is this shit called? Not the Peep Show, the Rated R show or something, whatever the fuck it is. So he might be doing that. Right, we could see Animal tomorrow night. He was on SmackDown during that run with Heidenreich. I don't think we're going to see Heidenreich, though. But again, Road Warrior Animal would be random. He has a SmackDown connection, but not enough to be considered a huge appearance in my mind. Oh, Salamonster said he has an identity crisis. Well, he's fucking right. He does. He doesn't know what faction he wants to be in. He doesn't know if he's in charge, a COO, if he's a sophomoric DX idiot, or if he's an ass-kicking leader of Evolution right in the middle of his reign of terror. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Cutting Edge. Thank you, the 20 of you that said that. I'm like, what Rated R show? That's where my mind is. The Rated R show. Teddy Long will be there, I'm sure. Teddy Long has to be there, right? Yeah, I'm sure Benoit will show up. Joey, thank you for actually spelling his name instead of spelling it that other annoying name that every single person in the world does, and they think it's creative and unique when they're the 1 millionth person to do it. Hey, Chris Benoit, see it? Get it? Chris Benoit, get it? See what I did there? Yeah, we get it. We fucking get it. We're not fucking stupid. Oh yeah, they did, huh? We got a 30-30 game here with a minute left. What is it? 3rd and 15? And he's sacked. Down he goes. Oh, and the guy who sacked him did the shovel. He did like the Grandmaster Sexay thing. Remember when Too Cool would come down to the ring and Grandmaster would do the shovel? I swear, the guy that just sacked Aaron Rodgers did that exact move. Little shout out to Grandmaster Sexay. They got roughing the passer for that? Oh, that was Richard Sherman? I didn't even realize. Where is the roughing the passer? How did he rough the passer? He grabbed his ankles. Well, I got it on mute. Maybe that wasn't even a roughing the passer. I don't know what the fuck it was. Oh, it was on Sherman over there. What the fuck? Or personal. I don't know what the fuck that was. Oh, that sucks. It sucks for San Fran. Illegal contact. That's what it was on Sherman. Yeah, so he was covering one of the receivers. I didn't even see. He just bumped him, it looked like. I don't know. Football's stupid. Football's more fake than WWE. Go, Aaron. First down and more. Oh, he's going to get clobbered. Yeah, I was thinking it was a guy that sacked Rodgers. It wasn't. It was on Sherman, who had bumped one of the bumped the guy who was covering or whatever. I don't know. Chris Benoit team, top WWE theme of all time? I didn't hate Benoit's theme. I don't know if I'd put it in my top 5, but I definitely didn't hate it. What era was that? It was like they started doing that for everybody. Chris Benoit, I remember. Rob Van Dam. Both their themes kind of got spiced up into like rock songs. Kane, same thing. Was that, what was it called? What was that fucking Breakable Entry or something like that? That CD? It was that one. Might have even been around the same time that Edge changed his theme too. I missed the old Edge Rob Zombie song. I thought that was a good song for Edge. I thought that fit him as a babyface character back then. I remember when he came out to Rob Zombie, I liked it. Forcible entry. What did I say? Breaking and entering or something? Like something like that. I can't remember the cover. I have it up there. The CD's up there somewhere. Yeah, I remember that the Edge theme was good. Did he keep it until he got injured and then he came back and they brought him back with his original theme, and then they wound up kicking that up a little bit a couple years later. Oh my god, the Brood's theme was fucking great. Those were the days, man, the Brood. I saw that entrance in person so many times. They didn't do it on live events or house shows, but the TV events where they'd come up through the fucking stage, that was awesome. Man, there's somebody else that I know that goes gaga over Alter Bridge. I think I've heard a couple of their songs. I'm not sure what's so great about them. You know who I've been listening to? Look him up. Father John Misty. Oh, man. But yeah, I can't remember what year that CD came out. That entry one. 02, you guys are saying. Oh, on live shows, I'm sure they just came out. They just came out through the entrance. Because on live events now, like what I crack up about when I see house shows now, house shows actually have a set. They have a little miniature set that they put together with a little LED screen, real small. But they didn't have that back in the day. Live events sucked because it was just bare bones. All you had was a ring and the fence guardrail, the old bars, steel bar guardrail, and they would use like the house audio. Like they wouldn't even bring their own like speakers or anything like that. So the wrestlers' theme music back in the day, you wouldn't even be able to hear it, or you'd barely be able to hear it. Like it would be so faint. And especially during the Attitude Era, when Austin would come out, it felt like an old 1970s show in the Garden with Bruno coming out, because when Austin would come out, you couldn't even hear the glass shatter. You know, he would just start coming to the ring and the fans would be going nuts and his music would be playing, but you could barely hear it because they're just using the house speakers in the arena, and they're not loud enough to, you know, be heard through an arena that big. So I always just hated it. WWE on their TV shows, they got all their speakers all hanging from the lights and they've got like loud audio, but it's not like that at live events, and it really sucked back in the day. So I don't know. I'm sure it's much better now. They've probably corrected a lot of that. But in the mid 90s, early 90s, late 90s, house shows were just nothing but, even the lighting was bad. It was no lighting. It was just an arena with a ring, you know, and one dude up in the box with a fucking cassette player, you know, playing the theme songs. But it was a better, like, you had more fun back then. It was just a better atmosphere. You know, you didn't need the theme song to get into it. You know, you were just into it. Attitude Era was happening, man. That's Bub eating up there. Tito is still asleep. Tito has not moved. And I started the stream 3.5 hours ago. And he's in the same position. I hope he's alive. You alive, dude? That is concerning. I'm not going to touch him. Oh, shit, I missed it. Is that Crosby? Did he kick the game winner? He missed a bunch of them a couple weeks ago. Oh, so Green Bay won at the end with a field goal, huh? Wow. After that questionable ass call. Great. Last cup, man, that's what I love. Like, my favorite was when the Sunday and Monday night games are good. Both these games were the same. Patriots won by 3 points last night, right? Beating the Chiefs, and now you had, I think that was 43-40. This one was 33-30. Yeah, if you're a fan of football, you were treated to 2 solid night games the past couple days. That's for sure. Randy Orton's theme was okay. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I did like it. You mean like when he first turned face, or not turned face? He was already in Evolution. His Evolution theme that he used. Corporate Ministry was good. I liked the Corporate Ministry. Yeah, I think I did, James. I saw a little bit of Eagles-Falcons. I have Matt Ryan on my fantasy team, and I know he didn't do shit. And I started him. And I left Kirk Cousins on my bench, and he scored like 50 points. So I think that's what I remember of that game. Yeah, I was at a few New Generation shows, Mike, back in the day. I was 94, I went to one. 95, I went to a couple in the fall. And then 96 was the big one in Detroit where I was, where I made a few phone calls and got backstage. And that was awesome. I pretty much spent the day back there. Pretty cool. Outback Jack's theme. Did he have a theme? I didn't think he had a theme. He might have. Man, Kane is another one of those guys that just always had a cool theme song. I would have been perfectly fine. Kane is one of those guys that never needed a spice up. His theme was solid right from the start. You know, if you ask me, you never needed to change it at all. They've changed it several times and, you know, done different versions of it, but I thought the original was fine. No need to touch it. But there's a few that I didn't like, you know, because they started doing that. They started making like actual songs. Somebody also was singing. Remember Jericho's theme changed briefly there? I think it was another song off that stupid CD, and he was coming out to that for a while. I didn't like Eddie. I think right before Eddie died, wasn't he coming out to something else? He wasn't coming out to Latino Heat. He was coming out to something else. And I remember thinking that I liked this other one better. So sometimes it didn't always like translate very well. Austin's grew on me. Austin's Disturbed theme was okay. I thought it was very risky to fuck with a theme like that that's so iconic and such a part of the guy's character, to change it up when Austin came back after his neck surgery. I was worried, but I eventually got used to the Disturbed theme. It wasn't until he became a heel that I thought they were really dropping the ball with his themes. So yeah, Rock's Method Man theme, same thing. Yeah, I hear Triple H's. You know, Triple H's theme is played a lot at theme songs. So is The Undertaker's. But there's another one that you hear all the time, and a lot of sports highlights too. Bob Holly, his theme, Hardcore Holly's theme, and the Hardy Boys theme. I don't know what the deal with those theme songs are, or who owns the rights to them, but I've always heard them on like ESPN and places like that, using Holly and the Hardys. The Shield does, yeah, the Shield and Taz's theme is similar. You know who else's theme I always found similar was Chris Benoit and Dean Ambrose. That beginning part, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the same. I always thought that their theme was similar too. Jericho's I always just thought was funny. I'm like, why is the lead singer Fozzy going to let somebody else do his theme song? Just thought he'd do his own. But I prefer Break the Walls Down. Oh, you are alive, buddy. You're moving. Barely. Yeah, RVD's theme, too. Like, when he first came in, when they did the invasion, it was the one-of-a-kind tune, but it was just a generic theme, and then it got spiced up by whoever the fuck sang that. Kyle, for some reason, I like Hulk Hogan's theme. I should hate it. It's fucking stupid. But, you know, just it's a part of my memories, you know, just Hogan coming out to the ring in the early days of the 80s and Gorilla fucking marking out and, you know, and the crowd going wild and stuff. Hogan's theme it occupies a pleasant portion of my brain. But on paper, I should hate the theme. If you read the lyrics, you're like, this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever read in my life. But it's all right. I like Delos too. Delos was fun. I could talk about theme music all day. All day. Man, back in the day before you had the internet, you couldn't just download the stuff. You know, it was hard to get theme music, and I remember getting some fucking shady ass CDs sent to me and weird mixtapes and all this stuff. Like, I was a tape trader with footage, but I was also a trader with theme music, and I wanted to get my hands on as much of that as possible. Fellow podcast host Don Tony, back in the day, like I think it was 2004, 2005. It was whatever year WWE came out with the anthology CD set or whatever with all the themes. And I remember he was so pissed about it that he created his own CD set. It was called Anthology. And it was like a 4 CD set, and it was literally every fucking theme you could imagine. Crystal fucking clear. Not a weird ass download of it with crowd noise in the background. I mean, crystal clear, like straight from WWE's production studio clear. And it was everything. The Rougeau brothers, you know, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, fucking, you know, anybody that you can think of, you know, Earthquake and the Nasty Boys and the Beverly Brothers and, you know, every fucking theme imaginable on 4 CDs. And he sent me the set, and I have it somewhere. I've since put it all on my computer, but I've got the 4D CD set, I'd say, of maybe 120 songs of just shit that was never released by WWE that should have been on Anthology. But when you look at the Anthology CD, they've got that stupid Macho Man and Elizabeth love song from SummerSlam on there. They've got the Shawn Michaels and Triple H hype video package theme song from SummerSlam '02 on there. Just random shit that's so out of place and that doesn't belong there. It sucked. So I started making it my mission at that time to start really trying to gather all the theme music that I could, and I worked really hard to find it all. And if I would have known that just a few years later I could just log onto the internet and steal anything I wanted, it would have been a lot easier for me. But I've got every theme imaginable, you know, crystal perfect clear. Hillbilly, $1 Million Man, everybody. Thanks, Gabriel. Appreciate the super chat. It's been a stupid ass day for you. Glad to see I'm still on. Well, I'm about to leave. I'm gonna get off here. I got some more stuff to do. I still got a few more things to finish up. I mentioned this earlier on. I completely gutted my entire workstation here. Pulled everything out, computer monitors, everything. You know, cleaned everything up, wiped down the wires, shampooed the carpet, vacuumed, cleaned, dusted everything, and then slowly put everything back together. Organized all of my wires and, you know, hooked up a new old CRT TV right here on my desk to connect to all my old consoles. Hooked up a DVD recorder and a VCR in case I need to dub any videos or record any footage like that. So I spent the day yesterday kind of doing that. And I got a few more things to clean up. I got to find a place to plug in my hard drives and store those properly, and then I'm done. Oh, Down Nice, that's a good example too. I really love that theme. The Rock's Hollywood theme. I love the beginning. You know, the way it's kind of flying in on LA like that, and Hollywood. It was awesome. Bubinator, no, I've never been ashamed of being, I'll never be ashamed of rooting for my home team. Never. You know, sometimes if your home team is shitty, you root for them anyway. I mean, think about what it must be like to be a Patriots fan. You know, and all the shady shit and the douchey people they have working for that organization. But they're great. They win all the time. They don't need to cheat, but they do anyway. But no, I don't. The Bad Boys were awesome. They didn't take any shit. The Bad Boys were Stone Cold Steve Austin of the 1980s. You know, they, even if they were overmatched, they would still get in your face and try to fight you anyway. They were dirty. They didn't give a shit. They cared about their own fans and nobody else. And, you know, who cares? They were dirty. And they won. They won a couple of titles back-to-back with that attitude. But I think, you know, as a former basketball player, I mean, I played a lot in high school. It's kind of like wrestling, you know, you appreciate the better wrestling. And even though the Bad Boys team had some awesome talent, you know, the only guy that had his head screwed on straight was Joe Dumars. He was very much like Barry Sanders for the Lions. You know, if Barry Sanders scored a touchdown, he didn't do backflips and do a dance. He just handed the ball right back to the referee. You know, Joe Dumars was that quiet superstar, never opened up his mouth, didn't play dirty, where Isaiah would, Lambeer definitely would, Rodman, enough said, and they were just a bunch of badasses, you know. John Sally and Rick Mahorn, those guys were no-nonsense dudes. But the basketball fan in me, the basketball player that appreciates good play, prefers the 2004 team with who were dirty in their own right. They had Rasheed on their team. Oh my God. Could you imagine Rasheed Wallace on the Bad Boys team? Oh my God. That would be great. But that team I love. Chauncey, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, who's just a sweetheart of a man. Ben Wallace, who was just a badass, scary motherfucker. And then Stone Cold Wallace out there, you know, right in the middle of it. Crazy. But I like that team better. I think I liked 04 better than the 80s team. Oh man, the Rick Rude theme was great. I actually have both versions of the Rick Rude theme. And dude, I would not ever sell it to you. If I can send you the file somehow, I'm sure. I don't know how to do that. Otherwise, go over to YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm not the only one that has it. Find it on YouTube and just grab it. LB playoffs for the Pistons this year? I'm going to say no. They're not going to get there anytime soon. Yeah, I enjoyed the Spurs. I enjoyed the Spurs team. I didn't like them too much because the Pistons had to run into them a couple of years there. Pistons and Spurs actually played a Game 7 on Spurs. That was you know, the Pistons and Spurs were so evenly matched, and that was a situation where either team could have been champion, but the one that was going to win was going to get that home court. And Spurs had it. They had Game 7 at home. I think they only beat the Pistons by like 7 or 8 points. I mean, it was a close game to the end. I think if the Pistons would have been in Detroit, they would have won that. Rick Rude's WCW theme was better. Man, I really liked that second theme he had in WWE, the one that he was most known for. He had one for about his first year, I think, and then by the time '89 rolled around, he had his more known WWE theme. But I really like that theme. It's going to be hard for me to top. The WCW one was okay. I think it just the WWE one just has a more special meaning to me, I guess. Oh, thank you. I missed a super chat? No, I didn't. I saw the one from Gabriel, unless I missed another one. I mentioned the one from Gabriel. Do I know about what happened in Canada 10 minutes ago? Somebody ate them poutine and poured themselves a nice glass of milk right out of a bag. That's probably what happened in Canada 10 minutes ago. Other than that, I'm not aware of it. Hope it's nothing bad. Jake's was great. Jake's Roberts theme was awesome. And the funny thing is I don't think they made that theme for Jake. They already had that theme sitting around because they were using it. I remember during the hype footage or the hype package, I think it was for Summer. I think it was when Austin. I think it was when Hogan and Savage were facing DiBiase and Andre. They did like a workout video package, and during the footage, they were playing Jake Roberts' theme, and then like a few months later, he would take over the theme. He wasn't using it yet, but he would use it right after that. And I recently heard that, I didn't know this either, AJ Styles' theme was originally written for James Storm. That's kind of crazy too. There's been a lot of recycled themes in WWE. No. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah, let's take care of that. There we go. All done. Favorite female song? I don't know. I gotta think about that one. You know whose theme? Like, it's a recent theme. It's more current. But there's a theme that I do kind of like, but I started hating it. Was Paige's theme. I kind of like Paige's theme, but when she was a wrestler, what drove me fucking absolutely up the wall, and I know weird things bother me. This shouldn't bother anyone, but it bothered me. Every time she would come out to the ring for her match, she would sing her song. Did you ever notice that? She'd come out and do her little hop thing down to the ring, and she would sing the lyrics of her song, and it was just annoying. I'm like, you're not supposed to sing your own song. So I didn't like that. There was never a time, James, when I thought TNA was better than WWE. Even when TNA was at its peak, I still didn't think they were better than WWE. I thought it was simply that. I thought it was just simply of, you know, finally another company exists out there, but I never thought they were going to be any threat to WWE, and they weren't. Not even close. Even when they tried to go head-to-head with Raw, how long did that last? 11 weeks? See ya. Thanks for coming. Nice try. I think TNA had definitely had good years. There was great years in TNA that I enjoyed, but still, even at their best, they weren't gonna touch WWE. Sorry to tell you. I'm not staying up late. I'm about to get off here right now. We've got we still got about 200 folks in here watching, which is not horrible. But considering I'm going to be up, considering I've gone 4 hours now, and I'm going to be up tomorrow night for SmackDown 1000, I'm probably going to get out of here. So I'm going to take that as my cue. So you guys can thank OG Magisto 20 for getting me out of here. Hey, Enzyme, I liked Lex Luger's theme in the NWA a hell of a lot better than in the WWE. Hated his theme in the WWE. Terrible. But we will pick up this theme song conversation tomorrow night. So for those of you who are in here right now, tune in tomorrow night as SmackDown goes on the air. I'll be up here again, live reacting to SmackDown, which I don't often do. I think I've only reacted to like 2 SmackDowns in my life. So since it's only a 2-hour show, we'll hang out a little bit after the show, and we'll talk about it, review it, and discuss it and all of that. So you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you in about 22 hours. Until tomorrow night. Peace.